All right, she's not even in there.
But it got me thinking about what is and isn't gay. Discussing sex with a guy is gay. Discussing sex with a woman is straight. Even telling a woman, sometimes I wonder what it would be like to suck a cock, is straight. Sports are gay, especially contact sports, unless you're the only guy on both teams, in which case it's straight. Gyms are always gay, because afterwards in the locker room you're showering with guys, and that is gay. Watching pornography alone is neutral, like eating a sandwich. It's neither straight nor gay.
And we're live with the final first bait of the 2017 Spring Babby Cup.
Great.
That was the one leg butt goal horn that we didn't get to hear all cup, so I figured, hey, might as well use it as an intro, right?
Dude, no, it was used as an outro yesterday.
Like anybody watches it past the final match of the day, right?
Fair. I mean, obviously, because no one's watching us right now.
Right, not until we start talking about
talking into a wall.
You know what? I just realized something. We started off this cup talking about butt plugs. We're going to end it talking about people who plug in the butt.
Well, let's also talk about things that are dead.
All right.
Hello.
That was infuriating to me, just to go through and
Oh God.
We weren't sure before talking.
Huh? You're on the stream.
Oh shit! Sorry, I was talking to people in the call-in lobby.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, they're not important.
Yeah, so some shit happened.
Yeah,
we see.
Talk about it.
Okay, so after the fetus in Merit, I made a post which was the following words: "The fetus put me in a good mood. Let's ban tea." And that was a great joke, met with hearty hurrahs and all that. But from there, we kind of realized, why don't we go through every single team in the cup, figure out when the last time they bothered to interact with their board was, when the last time they held a poll was, and then let's see who's actually fucking up. And from there, we got a list of teams. We got a list that were in spring, and we approached each of those managers and said, look, we know it's been a while since you've done anything. Talk to the board during spring. And of the ones that were not able to produce any result of them, they are being put to sleep. They can come back as an autopilot in autumn, should they'd be able to find interest. But this is where we're at right now. Some of the failings on the managers for fucking up, and in that case it's good that they're freed from them. But some of the failing is also just the fact that maybe these boards don't give a shit. And if they don't give a shit at all, they shouldn't be in the cup.
I mean, I think the six they were put to sleep were very well deserved.
Yeah.
Especially Out. Because there's people who like Out, but it's like, does Out like Out? I've never seen proof of that. We haven't changed the roster in years.
If you look in the news post, Jack was one of the managers that did actually try to make a thread on Out, and I'm posting that in the stream chat right now. Mm-hmm. And that was the response that he got. And based on that, it was like, if this was the thread that someone made to try to revive a team that was dead, would this be enough?
No. It's like the reason why DIY is because the manager saw the manager tried to respond to talk to the board and got told fuck off. And when he did that, he was like, "Well, I don't care." So
Yep.
he left it as that like that.
Yeah. The thing
So,
about
wait.
C that okay.
What about other teams
right
that
now.
aren't mentioned in
Well-
this? Were there other teams that you guys were looking at?
Yes, it's mentioned in the post. There were other teams that we were looking at, but we're not going to name them. Just because
Fair.
we don't.
Right.
Just because there are a few that are still that weren't in spring, that were also approached about like get your shits together before your next tournament or else. But-
So this was actually done for all teams, not just the ones in this cup.
Yeah, this was checked for we checked every single team. We made a fucking giant ass spreadsheet. We went through every board and like searching through the archives as much as we could, trying the managers' names, the managers' trips, implying rigged, poll, 4CC, hitbox, trash cast.
No, I mean, there's people who are like, C is hard to get attention on C. Yeah, you can say they're a dump board, but
Okay,
D
this-
is also a dump board.
Here's what happened with C. C last ran a poll over a year ago, and when they did that, what they did was that they would just airdrop. They would just like take their poll and then just post it in random threads.
hmm
And so, you know, that's about like the minimum because there weren't any people who really responded to it. It's like, oh, this is the cup, I like this, or oh, what is this thing, I want to like this. It was met mostly with silence when they tried to do that. So we asked Gerb, make a thread during spring so that we can gauge C's interest. And then if you're paying attention for CCG, he didn't.
Yeah.
And he kind of
Right.
made the jig was up about that. So at that point, our hands were kind of tied. Like, we're looking at the poll results right now. I don't know if Bear has released them yet, but C has a good amount of support. But it seems that either that's not from the board itself, or Gerb was not the right person as the manager to be making threads and actually interacting and keeping the board up to date with their wishes.
Right, and
And-
that is one of the things I was talking with my co-host about before we went live.
Oh.
That C was probably the one that I did expect to kind of come back pretty fast, if just because Gerb was kind of tired of being a manager anyways. He was retiring after this cup regardless. Somebody new who's really excited about it will be able to call that interest if there is actual interest there and bring it back pretty
If they
pretty
can
easy.
use interest, we'll welcome them back.
I
But
just
if they
don't think
can't,
there's
then
interest
they'll
in
be dead.
C. They've been alive for forever, really, and they've never really gotten interest ever. They were kind of just brought in to be a waifu team. I know one of the old managers tried, and he tried to do so by making an interesting roster, but he really couldn't get anyone to care. So, C dying doesn't come to a shock to me. I think it's very well deserved, really.
And just another thing, as W was getting closer and closer to being 17th place, I knew exactly what people were going to say.
Yeah,
But the thing is
I
that
mean-
this decision was, we had basically already solidified the 6 teams, and we're just waiting on them to see if they could prove us wrong before the last 2 weekends. Like, before the cup, we knew it's like, if these teams don't step up, they're dead. After the first weekend, or sorry, there were 7 teams. One of them stepped up during the first weekend. And then we were left with 6 teams, like, well, if this doesn't change, then we know
really
which 6
like
teams are going
the-
down. And then W got 18th place, and I'm just like, wow, I know exactly what the next 3 months are going to be. Oh boy.
I'm not.
Okay.
You won't have to
I'm not
count on
going
me.
and I'm not going to lie right now. W does not have a lot of interest. It is a very small market. But given that, I feel that Goat honestly does a good job with reaching out to the board, making polls, making threads, and getting a non-zero response.
hmm
And I feel that, that's what I want from managers of any kind of board. Like, I'm not delusional about every manager should be able to make a massive thread and whatnot. But for one of the smallest boards on the site, I think that what it has is acceptable. It is incredibly small, but,
Are you willing to say any like specifics, like what you are expecting for what level of interest you're expecting?
a lot of, basically, what we were looking for from this was anything short of apathy or fuck off. A lot of the boards that were here were the smaller ones. Like, one of the ones that had a low amount relative to its board interest, but was still kept, was Soch. Soch had threads and did update their roster by reaching out to the board, but didn't have a large thread considering the speed of it. But we were okay with it because what's important is the manager being willing to put in effort to represent their board.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, I can see in the Smash Cast, Smash Batch, whatever the fuck the name of the site is. Someone's asking a question about how much interest does JP ever get. It's like, I get 100 fucking votes because I know I can't make a thread, so I buy an ad. If you never felt like spending $20 on your fucking team, you shouldn't be a manager. It's
Also,
$20.
we found like random people on JP just talking about the cup
Right,
when
yeah.
we were searching for it. It's like, oh, this is something that people on the site on the board are very much aware of. You know, we're not worried about this at all. And you know, we weren't that worried about JP because we knew what they got in autumn and in winter.
I mean, right now I'm in the process of messaging 4chan to ask about buying another ad.
Yeah.
I got a little excited, I won't lie, and I said I had a budget of $100. That was a bit on me. But if he says, yes, I'll give you an ad for $100, I'll pay $100 on it.
Yeah. I mean, I will say this about ads. I am sad that they're gone because we on D, our roster poll usually gets about 20, 30 usable votes. And when the one time we were able to run an ad before they disabled self-serve, it like doubled that. It was like 50 to 60. And that was really, it was really nice.
By the way, I've been saying that I'm not going to say which team it is. Smugly just ignored that. And yeah, the team that survived being called was TRV.
Yeah. I saw him in thread.
Good fucking job, Smugly.
Literally, no, because all you have to do is try to get out to the board. If you can't do that, then you should be the manager and the board shouldn't have a team.
Right. I mean, we can joke all we want about Mauld and his, having to have other people help him make his PES exports, but he does seem like he actually gives a shit about his team, his, and all that.
He arises to the occasion.
Right.
So,
Like,
I mean,
something that needs to be stressed with these teams is that of the 7 of them, TRV got a good thread going, multiple actually, from what they did. I think the one that they had today was pretty nice. They put in the effort and they got rewarded with that. 3 of the teams just like, hey, we need you to gauge interest for spring. 3 of them just didn't do anything. 3 of them just did nah.
And Y did go to the board, but instead went to a unrelated
Yes,
Y Discord.
SDA.
Can I read the?
He's been talking. That was like the hardest section for me to write on that because like it made me so angry to write out.
Can I read it real quick?
Y's poll before thing got 25 votes. I'm like, wow, that's a very reasonable response. But then when we were searching for the thread that it was in, because like, yeah, they had a poll with 25 responses in before spring. We should be able to find that for Y. Easy money. And we couldn't find it. So we asked SDA, are we missing where your thread was on Y? And he just said, oh no, I didn't post it on Y. Like,
God, what a actual retard! There's people who go, God, how you fucking? That's so fucking stupid.
I think that's one thing that a lot of people might not actually get through their head. Even when they do have a team Discord, that Discord is still only a section of your board. It is not your board itself.
Discord. It's a generic Y.
Oh, it's not
Discord.
even a
Yes,
team Discord.
It's not a actual.
Holy
team Discord.
shit.
It's a generic Yowie Discord.
I mean, I could understand some level of confusion if it was a team Discord, even though that would still be wrong.
Yeah.
But holy
And
shit.
it's not
in the
related
post.
to the Y
team
board.
Discords are a good way to supplement interest and to organize people. It's not
Right.
a replacement for interacting with the board itself.
Exactly. I think more people need to get that through their head, just in general.
Mm-hmm.
But 3 of them did try to make threads, and of them it's like, okay, out got 2 responses. One was fuck off, the other one was the word smoky. P made a disguised thread that got one person asking, so you guys play FIFA online or something?
And that was it.
T made a post in an existing thread, the documentaries thread, and they got a single response that was, oh, that was pretty fun, I guess. You know, that's the level of response from the board that is not acceptable.
Right.
Basically, anything beyond that, we're willing to let shit slide. We don't want to be assholes about this. We're willing to be like harsh about this now because, you know, a lot of the teams fucked up, but we don't want to have to be any worse than we have to be.
Completely understandable.
There is some interest, and that you're able to put an effort to try to find that interest is a thing. It's like, I think the most important job of a manager is contacting and being board relations and making sure your team is up to date.
Yeah.
Tactics, winning, that's all really second, honestly. Making sure your team is interesting, that the board cares about your team, and that you look good. That's really what matters. Like, I gave you a lot of shit yesterday for not being good tactically. But that's only because they come around and they jerk off themselves saying they're good. If you don't do that, you just say, I'm a manager, I care about my board, I care about my team. And if you do something like what C, Y, ADV, P, well, P out and
P is the saddest one to kill because they tried. They tried multiple times to get interest.
Yeah,
just,
P has always tried to have threads, it just never really had anyone interested.
right.
And you gotta
No,
give Fuji.
Like, the first one, there was something there, like something that couldn't be dismissed as like for CCG false flagging,
Mhm.
and it's kind of sad that you know it's not there
Well,
anymore.
I mean, you gotta give Fuji some credit because he could have made the thread, taking his trip off, and then continue to post it to like pretend that he has fan base there. But no, every time he made a thread, he always kept his trip on. So
Yeah,
people know that's a
yeah.
Fuji post, and there's no false flagging.
Yeah,
It feels bad that he really
feels bad
cared
that
and
it's him.
tried, but it's dead.
Yeah, it feels bad that it's a manager who did try and is dead, but at the same time, you know, as much as people like to meme about top laddery,
You gotta have more than that.
it's not actually as much as it is.
Yeah. Oh, autopilots are back now.
Oh yeah, autopilots are back. That was something that really helped us get to this point because it's like, well, what if it's a case like C where we know that they have a bandwagon, even though their board support is like, sometimes there, sometimes not, to be kind. But it's like, how can we make sure that it's not just like we're dooming the team forever because they've got a manager that isn't putting in the effort? And
Yeah.
autopilots were a big part of the solution to that. So these teams can all come back in autumn as autopilots, but not as managed teams. But if a person is interested in helping the team come back, they can basically be under Merit's watch as to help as like, look, I'm making this thread to show that the board has interest, and look, I'm willing to put in the effort to make an export for you guys. And then if we think that they are doing a good job, then we can say it's like, all right, we're fine with the team returning to the living as a fully managed team.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, that's what you should. That's what everyone should try to do. Because what's the autopilot process? Taking a dead team. What is members of Merit gonna make threads or try to drum up some interest?
I don't really think that. What we have from the survey is we have a general idea of which teams we would put first to be revived as autopilots. But
Is this
for the most
DGL?
part, we want teams that get revived as autopilots to be because they are able to show interest.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's something. That's I think the basis for autopilots stuff where it's like, team will have a threat, a board will have a threat. It's like, hey, this is the roster, this is the thing, and then people will be like, oh, that's pretty cool. We want that board to compete. If there are people who on the board are interested.
Yeah, like I've over the years, I've seen every once in a while, you know, a thread will go up in like CGL, and it seems like there's decent support, but nobody wants to come and, you know, take the reins. So
Yeah, cases like CGL, and it's kind of sad where a team has a thread where it's like, oh, this is interesting. I have these opinions on it. Does anyone want to help? Oh, sorry, I can't. So I guess it's all for nothing and it's dead then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
right,
like that sucks. That sucks.
No, I mean, I've always been like saying autopilots should come back, but it should come back after the board shows support.
right.
Like LGBT was dead. They tried in autumn, I think, to come back, but no one wanted to manage. So this time they tried again. They got 2 managers who were apparently savants, and they won the cup. They came back on natural board support.
Yes.
And there's also the case of CM, which is very obvious who was the one who drummed up support for CM. It was Dragonfag.
Lizard.
And he found support, found CM manager, ran a poll, got double-digit votes, and CM came back because of that. So it's like, if someone who's literally banned from the cup could drum up support, then you can if you try hard enough. Now there's
If you
obviously
can't get
there's
support
gonna be
from all that, then it shouldn't be a team.
yeah. I mean, if you can't drum up support, I mean, obviously there's gonna be people who try by getting their buddies and it's like, come on, I'm gonna post this. You guys all got to post there, and we're gonna
There's not
bring
much
this
we can do
team
to
back
stop
that
that.
no one gives a fuck about.
There's not much we can do to stop that if someone is willing to do all of that. But if they're willing to do all of that, then I guess that the silver lining to that would be that they're hopefully willing to actually put in the effort to make their team good representation.
Yeah. I mean, there has to be attempts.
Right.
Attempts. You have to try. See them try and see fucking die. If I don't know, I think managers who warning and didn't put in an effort, I think they should be at least have a 1-year ban, maybe. Because if you're a manager and you can't at least do that, then why should we allow you to manage anything?
Right.
But I'm not a part of Merit. I don't know if you guys want to be that hard.
I don't really think that we need to ban managers for this. Like, what we're thinking of is the managers who at least tried during spring to raise interest might be told that they can move to a different team without a cooldown.
Mm-hmm.
That's something we're thinking of right now. Like, that will depend. How much we consider that depends on what happens with Jack, Fuji, and I guess also Pybro, because what he did technically counts as an attempt, which I guess is the history of P in one sentence.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see.
I don't know. Well, also, I know we have talked about it already, but what about W? Did W already have enough interest? Because I've been one of the big defenders of W, saying that they at least run polls and they get votes and they have their polls very blatantly on their board, and there's people who talk about it.
I'll just be frank about what W has had. Before, the most recent W thread that was for the game day was the least successful thread that W has ever ran, because it got 4 people who were not Goat and I responding to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's not great. I think that I know that they can do better, and I think that if you look in the archives, you can see that W has done better. But if I saw that, would that be? I know that I'm very biased on this because I care, but bring a poll every season that gets around 15 responses, generally having cup threads that get around like 10, 15 responses during the actual match days, it's not a lot. But W is, I think, the 7th or 8th slowest board.
Mm-hmm.
And that is I think that is my personal kind of justification, is that it's not a lot, but it's a slow board. So because it's a slow board, I think that it's able to get away with being possibly one of the smallest teams, or not possibly, it's one of the smallest teams in the cup.
Yeah.
And it's probably the smallest team that makes a constant effort. And that's something that I really like about how GOAT is running the team, which is that every cup there's a pull. Every cup there's an attempt to reach out that doesn't get a 0 response. And, you know, that's what matters to me. I know that no matter what I say, some people will, be like, "Oh, it's being spared because it's my team." But that effort that GOAT is putting in and getting something that isn't a fuck off and isn't getting silence, I think that's enough for a team to compete based on the board size. It's about as simple as it is.
Yeah,
And
yeah, it is what it is.
it is. What it
I'm
is.
not saying, I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, W shouldn't be there, because like you said, there's effort there. Now I think they should.
I don't
They
expect.
should be
I
one
don't
of the
expect
teams.
everyone to agree with me on this result at all.
Uh-huh.
You know?
I mean, I think W should definitely be a team that has to be, that has to get looked at least 2 times a year, because I think they should be looked at again before.
We're right now,
Yeah.
Merritt. We're not sure like how much we want to be doing this as a constant effort versus like us being every once in a while. It's like, hey, have we checked teams recently?
That's true.
Like
But-
we produced a list of teams, including the ones in the elite, that we were like, all right, we need these guys to do something. And if after summer, I guess would be the first time that we consider looking at it again, we think that something has either changed or something else, then we'll go for that. Because something that was really uplifting to us looking through it all is just like basically every team is doing it right. Basically every team is doing something to interact with their board and getting something out of it. Like the teams that weren't were the massive minority.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say, I almost expected something like this to produce a couple more, dead teams. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like an initial impression. But it's really nice to see that that's not actually the case.
Yeah.
I think it was just the spring teams and the summer teams haven't gotten to yet, right?
Well, the summer teams have until summer to get their asses in gear.
Ah,
And we might look at a few of them after this based on like what people say and maybe someone says something that's like, oh yeah, did we actually like properly check out that board to gauge their interest?
mhm.
Maybe that. But if a team is going to be on watch, we will tell them with a reasonable amount of worry, most likely. We're not going to just surprise a team. It's like, guess what?
You're dead.
I mean, the exception to that is kind of ADV because we literally couldn't get into contact with Klurst.
Well, yeah.
Like, he
But,
was like,
I mean, to be fair, he hasn't made a change since 2000.
yeah, it was like, we haven't heard, he hasn't done anything since Autumn 15 when a fan made a thread because they didn't make threads
Mhm.
and were put into the Autumn fetus in 2015 because of that.
Mhm.
Like, it sucks that he kind of didn't get a chance to plead his case with the board, but on the other hand, he's done literally nothing to interact with the board.
Yep.
It seems
Right.
ever.
If he, you could almost say if he actually truly cared, then you would have been able to get a hold of him because he knew when this was going on. He knew
Yeah.
where he needed to be
I mean,
for
he
it.
submitted an export. So, yeah. There's no excuse for that.
Right, and it's almost weird to
Especially
say.
no excuse for C, where the manager instead of trying before going to the con that both me and Detroit were at. Like, I know it was in the middle of the cup, but you have weeks to lead up to that cup to try and make a single anything, fucking something, and you don't do so. You don't submit anything for your team. Your team just fucking crashes out, and now your team's dead. If it was me, I would say that manager should get banned. But like.
But he was retiring anyway, so it's
Well-
I don't think he cares that much.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I'm generally of the opinion that what's the most important for a manager is that they bother to interact with their board, and beyond that, I don't really care if you spend a lot of time testing. I don't care if you submit the worst export ever, as long as it's not on purpose, like SDA might have.
Yeah, because
But-
at the end of the day, it's about the boards having fun, about the fans of the boards being able to see their
Yeah.
team play. It's not necessarily about winning or losing.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to pull up because I have access to the results from the poll. And
Ooh, I was just about to
Bear
ask
is
about
going-
that.
Bear is
Actually,
going
yeah,
to
might as
post about
well.
those whenever, but they're certainly not private.
Okay.
Now, where the hell is it?
I mean,
So
might as well
because
talk
one of the
about it
questions
now.
that was asked was, here I'll read it out because it was one of the ones where you could choose multiple ones.
Mhm.
Open it. Yeah, here we are. And so there was one relating to this responses summary. which of these statements do you agree with? There were 300 responses exactly.
Ooh.
And it was, I think that managers should try their best, as much as their skill and free time allows, to bring fans and possible glory, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That got 167 people to agree with, which is 55.7%. And the next one is, I think that the results shouldn't be taken too seriously, and everyone here should simply have fun above all. And that got 185 with 61.7. There is a margin of error, but if you add those up, that's more than 100%. So people think that, results are important, but we're here to have fun.
Right, and I think I might have been one of the votes that kind of there was a couple of those questions that kind of felt like both were right and both were wrong.
Yeah, I voted for both on one of them as well.
Yeah, I forget. I don't think it was that one, but I think I voted both on both.
For me, it was the one where it's I don't mind. I think it was the tactical changes where it's like tactical changes can make for a fun game, but I think that sometimes they go on for too long. So I'll just check both.
Right.
Yeah, it does go on way too long.
And
like if you're gonna call a timeout, you should.
And I'm gonna shout outs to T for actually getting told for I think the first time in a few cups. Yeah, fuck off, mate. You're not saying shit. We need to move on.
Didn't the team manager actually get kicked out of the rig cam for one game?
He got kicked out of the rig cam because he wouldn't mute his mic.
Nice.
There was one that I wanted to say something about. One of the options, I guess. It was, do you feel that there are too many teams that you don't like or something like that? And while it feels like, while there are a lot of teams that I hate watching, like some of the ones that are died or, even the final, I'm not really excited about either one of those teams personally, but it's like, I want those teams around if they have interest because other people want them teams in,
For that question, the specific wording was, there are too many teams that I don't care about and I don't enjoy watching. 39 out of 300 people agreed with that statement, which is 13%.
Right, yeah, and that's about what I would expect, because I feel like most people realize that even though I might personally not like X team, there are a lot of other people out there that do. So it's like...
It's the 4chan Cup.
Yeah, it's the 4chan Cup. It's not the U Cup.
If you're going to say, well, I can't allow this board because I don't like this board, it's too slow. I say the only way we should not allow boards if it's the boards themselves are like, we don't want to, like, if the boards themselves don't want to play, it's just like 5 dudes. Yeah, this board should play because I think they should. Does the board think they should? No.
Right. Or like, I absolutely hate R9K, the board, the team, everything about it. Like, some of the guys are all right, but, we'll put that aside.
Parts of 4chan I don't like, but I don't have to like all of 4chan.
Right. Let them play. There's people there that want them to play, so there's no reason that, even if I had the power to, I wouldn't take them out because that's a negative move.
And at the same time, there's people who are going to complain about this. If you're a fan of that team, drum up interest.
Right.
It's actually very easy to do so. If Maul can do it, you have to be hard to not do it yourself.
I mean,
simple.
Even JP's kind of a story of that, isn't it? Didn't they initially really hate the cup?
Yeah, but before I actually finally got to the board, and the first thing I did is I bought an ad because I knew if I.
You're breaking up a little bit, so you might want to say that over.
I am.
Yeah, sorry.
Better?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So before I bought an ad, there was all JP should play. They don't care. They don't care about the cup. Why does JP play? It's like I knew there was JP fans. I knew there was people out there who cared. I was like, all right, the best way for me to contact them and not get the people who dislike the cup, because JP outside have to project a image of I hate everywhere else. And me, I don't really go to any other boards. I'll browse for CCG, but as a JP person, I only go to JP really. So I knew if I were to make a thread, there would be people having to keep up an image of fuck off, we don't want you here. You cross-boarding scum. So I made an ad so those people could vote on the thread. And every single ad I've ran, every single poll, there's been at least 2 or 3 people saying, fuck off, we don't want you here. Mm-hmm. But the majority of people are voting honestly, always asking questions about the cup, And in the last one, we put a question about where did you hear about the cup? How long have you been watching? And for most people, most of the answers in that poll were most of the answers in that poll were I started watching around the time I did that first ad. So yeah, it's really easy. Like there's no more self-serve ad. You can find ways around that.
Right, and it's just like it's not impossible if you're willing to put in the work.
Yeah.
That is, I think, the lesson that I think if you're a manager and you're watching this and you're worried for some reason, put in the effort, make the threads. If you do that and you don't get told to fuck off when you make a thread, then don't worry. If you make a thread and it gets deleted immediately by the janitors, we'll probably be like, well, that's just life.
Right, and I mean, it's not even like you can't try again, in a week or...
Yeah.
There's a lot of time, especially right now, there's a lot of time before the next cup. Or probably even if you're a Babby team.
How long was So's banned for posting a lot of F polls on F?
I think
It was a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got that appeal down, but like that's because he kept avoiding and avoiding and avoiding.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, you got to be smart about it, but you can't just give up after one deletion. It's like, wait a little bit, wait a week, maybe two, and, just make another one, try to hide it a little bit better while still, giving the nudge.
Also, just because you get told to fuck off doesn't mean there's actually no one that cares.
Right, I feel like it's really good to do it.
With TRV, they made a thread for every single day. Their first one got like 30-something responses. Their second one got like 3 or 4. And then the one that they made for the knockouts got a much bigger than the first one.
Nice.
So it's like, sometimes it's just matter of time or day.
Right.
Or just luck. But you can't be discouraged by a single bad...
Right. But T should fuck off for it. Fuck off. Forever.
Yeah, T should fuck off.
Yeah.
That's what started this. What started this was us being like, you know what, in the past we've thought like, oh, we can't actually go make people get bored interest because the rules of 4chan. But everyone's doing it. Does anyone think that the moderation staff actually cares about the rules of 4chan? Also, if we don't make that happen, then T gets to exist.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know most of the moderators don't actually care about the rules of 4chan because on my board, they just delete whatever the fuck.
Yeah, that's how it is for any board. The mods delete whatever they want, or they don't delete anything at all.
I'm just happy the mods stopped moving V Toho threads into JP after the backlash of the last few times. That just stopped happening. I'm very happy.
Yeah, if someone makes a thread that's like, hey, do you have any wallpapers on like A? It will get moved to W, and like, what the fuck are we supposed to do with this thread with no topic? Like, yes, you want wallpapers. That's why the board exists. Like, moving threads in general just never works well.
Right.
Because the cultures of boards, like, even between someone like a W and an A, are just different. Just different. You shouldn't just move threads. Like, I get the point of moving threads to trash threads. It's like...
Okay. I don't. I think that anything that deserves to be moved to trash should be deleted instead, and trash should be deleted.
True.
I don't know. I don't hold
that's just a hot take from me.
I don't hold that opinion because anything that is trash is now on trash forever. So you don't have to worry about. If you just delete it, they'll just keep popping up on your board.
Any moderator
give them a place to
direction from banning someone who should be banned shouldn't be a moderator.
Well, I mean, most of the moderators shouldn't be moderators, but they are, so...
Yeah. I mean, I'm honestly fine with moderation. I mean, there were people, like, SP literally ruined their board because they're not allowed to have off-topic threads. So it's like, I don't want any board to become like that. He does it for free shit posting. Was honestly worse than what they were shitposting about.
Right.
So, like, you don't want your board to become like that. It's whatever. So, Lear, anything else you want to talk?
I think we've about covered everything that we can. I have to now go update everything on 4CCG with
what
I'm
you
sure.
talked
I'm
about.
sure that they've been civil. I'm sure that they've been kind and understanding, and read the entire fucking post that I made before they jumped to any conclusions.
My guy, there's been 300 responses in 4 seasons since First Bait opened. So, yeah, I wouldn't count on that.
You know, before you do, you might want to go get yourself some Timbits and some maple syrup coffee and just relax for a minute before you head back into the
Of course.
shitstorm.
There's no actual rush.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we can
Holy
actually
shit, there have
start
been
the show.
Wait, that is a lot of posts.
Yeah, I told you. I fucking told you.
Actually, hold on. Can we hold you for one more second?
Sure.
Does anybody in either chat, either the Discord chat or the Smash chat, does anybody have any last questions for Lear?
Yeah.
Figured,
Yeah.
give everybody else
Okay,
a
how
chance.
how making autopilots, experts for autopilot work? Basically, we're just, if someone is willing to step up, it's like, hey, I want to help this autopilot team, and we can trust them to not like actively tank, the team will be like, sure, go for it, make an export for us. But if not, it will probably just be Merit doing something fun. Like if it's CGL, they will play Spring 15 CGL. Like we have Johnny and we have Bear, and they both know how to make exports. And Johnny isn't associated with the team anymore, so he can't really be accused of anything.
There's one question for you in Discord chat.
Oh, okay.
At Lear, are you gay?
I'm gay. I'm gay. I'm gay. I like men.
Oh yeah, I know you're gay because you spent 2 hours talking about a bug in your bathtub instead of
Yeah.
that was
my
really
shower.
embarrassing.
It was my shower, first of all, and secondly, that thing had a lot of legs. A lot.
You didn't do anything. You sat there and you stared at it, losing your mind for 2 hours. 2 hours.
I mean, I left it alone for a bit, just because, like, it wasn't escaping the shower.
2 hours.
How can you make sure a board gets interest if it doesn't allow threads and isn't a big board? Well, if we go up to a manager and say, hey, have you tried to reach out to the board? And they say, yeah, I tried. Here's the archive of me trying, but it got immediately nuked by a mod. Then we'll probably just be like, yeah, fair enough, you tried.
Here's one I think might be decent.
The moderation is something that's out of our control.
Yeah.
Here's one I think might be decent. If I want to revive a dead team as an autopilot, how much interest is needed in general?
Okay, it's the same that I would say for from a team moving from dead to alive via a manager. We're looking for something. We're looking for something that isn't, nothing or a fuck off. That's what we're trying. That's what we're trying to go for, and it varies a lot by board. Like LGBT and Psy got a different level of response. LGBT's thread was much bigger than Psy's, but we still let Psy in because it was still a response.
Right, so again, it's basically just put in the effort and get
Put in
something
the
that doesn't
effort,
fuck off.
Don't get like a 0 as your response, and that's what we'll do. What are the first 3 teams in line for autopilot? Something from Twain. If I had to choose 3 right now, it would probably. I know that C would be one of them. C would be one of them because from the survey, they have a lot of secondary support, just none of it is from the board. The reason that C was called is very likely a result of the general culture of C not being good for threads, and as well the manager putting in almost no effort. I expect C to be one of the autopilot teams for autumn. What's the results for favorite teams? I like the 4-3 for W over A. Ali Coronanon says, are you going to be calling more teams? We have a list of ones in summer that was decided upon before spring of ones that are like being warned. If there are any more that go on there, we'll talk to them. But at this point, every other team that hasn't been warned, we're fine with how they're overall interacting with their boards. And we think that they're just doing a good enough job to stay alive.
Actually,
I don't think that this is going to be a constant thing. I think this is going to be every once in a while we might be hey, what's this team doing with their interest?
Actually, someone asked a very good question that I'm curious about. Since we've covered teams, at least mine, what was teams that you guys looked in that had surprising amount of interest?
ASP.
Yeah.
ASP had a fucking huge response.
Yeah. Yeah, ASP really kind of... Well, you gotta realize a lot of ASP now is former SP guys.
Yeah.
Them having a huge response it's not really so that I think it's too shocking. Now I'm gonna Gil.
Although one that was also surprising, but in a bit of a different direction, was you. Like,
Oh.
you has a very strong 4CC core to it. Like, I'm not saying it's 4CC core, but like they've got a bunch of people who are around the cup who are from
I
you.
think a lot of the U fans are only 4CCG posters, and
I
you,
think
the
that's
board
true to an
itself
extent, but what was really
doesn't care
surprising
that much.
What was really surprising was just how little of it was able to manifest on their board, because they interact with the board via their general thread. And when looking at their matches, it was like you get like 3 or so responses from people saying, "Oh yeah, I enjoyed this match, good job." But like in an existing thread, I think that that's a bit disappointing, considering that their results on the survey, they fucking cleaned up on it. More people listed themselves as fans of you than fans of A.
Yeah,
And
happens.
I do believe that's actually like something more recent because their mod has started cracking down on it a little bit more. After I believe it was when they lost a fit. They
lost a fit in the minute, and the mod came in to say that everyone in there was crossboarding.
Yeah.
That was a great time, but like considering that they have so many people in the 4CC, who while I can name most of them, it's just like they're not at risk. They're not anywhere near being at risk. I'll say that flat out. They're not anywhere near at risk. It was like I was expecting it to transfer a bit more into the general thread and like people posting on you about it, and it just kind of didn't. Wayne asks, any dead teams that weren't part of the call, can they get a manager? Yes, any dead team can be revived with a manager provided they can get interest. Algin, if there's not enough board teams, will you add VGL teams? No, we'll add in autopilots of real teams.
Can I ask a question real quick that I just thought of?
Sure.
Will there be anything special for somebody who wants to come in and manage an autopilot? Like, let's say CGL comes back, plays
Well,
plays
they
a
won't
cup.
be managing it. Like,
No, I mean,
autopilots will be hands-off.
right, but I mean, if somebody shows up from the board to manage it, like, will they be allowed to, or would there be any special sanction, or?
For Autumn, CGL, the teams that are currently dead can get a manager with no restrictions. The teams that have restrictions on them getting managers are the 6 that are being called right now. And the reason that we are doing that is because what we don't want is all of a sudden someone makes a thread on, say, T, and everyone bandwagons now knowing that they are dead, saying it's like, oh, of course I'm a lifelong T fan. What do you take me for? Haha. Like, and then Pybro returns, having learned basically nothing.
Yeah.
If the managers want to manage, if the managers who failed to get interest want to manage again, they need to show us that they won't let what led to the teams being called happen again.
Well, I meant a little bit more like, let's say CGL comes back next, Babby plays, and then the Babby after that, maybe somebody shows up to manage him. Would there be any special sanction against them, or would they be free to come in?
If a team is an autopilot and then gets a manager, that's great. That means that they got someone from the board as a result of being an autopilot.
Okay,
That sounds-
that's what everyone
That sounds
wants.
like a really good thing.
right. I just figured
Well,
I
that's
would
what
clarify
happened
that.
with CM, right?
Yeah, that's what happened with CM. Oh,
Yeah,
but
that's
I'll get
what-
again. If
that's the
a
real
team
goal.
somehow gets proof of interest before autumn, do they keep their position or go to possible fetus? Read the fucking post that I did. I'm just going to read from it right now. Should one of these teams be autopiloted in autumn, they will be given back their placement they would have had if not for this action. That got its own fucking paragraph.
Look, do
Just
you
to make
really
sure people saw
expect
it.
people to read? Come on, that was a lot of words.
Yeah, that was, and all that, but some of those words had more than 3 letters.
Oh, jeez, with this current shitposting culture on Chan, you can't do that. Whew. Well,
How would autopiloting be done? As in, how would the exports be made? Well, Merit would make them. How would they run? Preset 1, sub for best condition during the pregame. At 65, they get sub for best condition. They sub the 3 most tired players, sorry. And then, maybe if they're losing at 65, we'll make them go +1, because going plus is fun.
plus 280 if losing.
Dark
everyone
Vow
won.
didn't take his name off the MLP page until after MLP's games were done. There's not going to be anything done against that. To answer Ali's thing, how do I get Boris to marry me? Oh, just ask him in person in Texas. He would love that if you showed up.
You have to show up in a Gaston costume, though.
No, you gotta actually wear the dress. You have to be a cute boy. You know, that's the only thing that get Boris hard, right?
You have to be a cute cat boy who can live in a cupboard.
Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. No, I get it now.
And also, something I will say is why the teams are being able to come back in autumn. It's because we were thinking, it's like, what if these teams get interest? Do we really want these teams to be gone for 11 more months until next spring? No. That sounds a bit harsh for what we're trying to go for. And that's why autumn is the time.
Mm-hmm. No, that's fine. I think that's absolutely fair. I think there should be punishment for the managers that didn't try. So even if they did drum up support, those managers shouldn't be allowed to manage. But that's like my fifth time bringing it up.
Well, okay, here's one from the chat. What stops false flaggers from posting fuck off in these investigated threads in the future with hopes of removing disliked teams?
Well, I think that if someone is willing to make that effort, like if someone is browsing the board, so what I suspect this is like a group of people get together and they're like, we don't like this team. We are going to go onto this board, create a thread, and then reply to it ourselves saying to fuck off. That's the question.
Yeah.
So,
like let's say if
I would
we
do
all
in that case is we would ask the managers, there's this thread that, that you got told to fuck off. Is this consistent with the other interaction that you've been doing with the board? If the manager says, no, we did these other threads where we got a good response, we'll be like, awesome, keep going. But if they don't have anything else to show for it, then that's also probably a problem.
Yeah.
We can't stop people from false flagging, but we can. But if a manager is already doing their job by interacting with the board, then one thread where they get told to fuck off probably isn't that big of a concern.
right, and if there is some kind of weird pattern, they should be able to see it.
Yeah. I think Bear is the one who posted it. You guys don't consider negative voices, but you consider the positive ones more.
Yeah, if it's like 50-50, in a single thread, people trying to spam like sawed off, that might just be because one person is really angry at there being a team. Like if you remember way back, there used to be Psy Guy.
Yeah.
Anytime there was a Forest to See thread on Psy, would show up, he would yell constantly, he would just fuck around until the mods would show up to remove the entire thread. Some people like that exist. We can't really, we don't have the power to ban those people. Can't you talk with Hero? Fucking hell, I don't know if I can even get near him. Like, huh?
Oh, one more. Has any of the Cold Team managers, have they got to you? Has there been angry messages?
Well, I messaged all 6 of the people who got called. And only one of them has responded to me, and it was Pybro.
Amazing.
And what he told me was, thanks for your time.
Well, at least he wasn't a cunt about it.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't feel good on a human level telling someone that that what they tried to do wasn't good enough. But I do think that what resulted from T reaching out speaks for itself.
That's just the way life is. There's gonna always you try your hardest and you fail because your hardest just wasn't good enough.
Mm-hmm. And it's not even necessarily your fault. It's just the way things are.
Mm-hmm. They could try again.
Oh,
not T. T could not try again.
What teams people want? The top 3 are 91 people want Bant, 92 people want Trash, and 87 people want fucking none of them, and 80 want Aiko.
Damn.
Trash?
So there's about 81 people we need to ban from the cup entirely.
Yes.
Trash?
Yes, Trash is the #1 team.
What, don't you like Seinfeld?
Yes, sick baseline intensifies. Although, the lowest one, to no surprise, is R.
No one has ever given a fuck about R.
And they still got 20 votes.
Amazing.
Can I actually ask how many Quest got just since that's like the one I did vote for.
How many what?
QST.
QST got 78. So just behind ACO.
That's
But
not
again,
too bad.
Bear will be releasing all the screenshots of the results. I think that what he's waiting on is he's going to be making a paste bin with everything that in the shitpost box.
I see.
Because my goodness, there's some fun stuff in there.
That's 300 votes.
Yeah, 300 votes exactly.
I mean, on some boards, that would be an entire thread.
Yeah.
We got the specter of communism, copy pasta. A few of these are addressed to me personally. Someone said, "I really fucking hate G-Man Alpha. Holy shit."
Now, okay, that wasn't me, but I hold that opinion as well.
Someone posted some titties for me,
Oh, nice.
like me specifically. Like, have some tits, you homo lala cocksucker leaf.
I hope
if they
you.
called you homo, are those really girl tits?
Uh,
Have you looked at them?
I have. They're pretty big.
They're
I'm
fake.
fairly
Oh,
certain that that's a female they're attached to.
What if it's a
A lot
female
of just
male?
Venice, a lot of Free Dusty, a lot of people who honestly poured their heart out into telling us what they think about the cup overall, and we do appreciate that.
That's nice.
We're laughing a lot about the results and what happened with it, but seeing this, it's good to know that there are people who, like the cup still. Is if you just talk with certain people, you won't get the opinion, you won't get the idea that they enjoy the cup.
I mean, I enjoy the cup. That's like me and Detroit. We started First Bait simply because it was like, let's just do this for other people to also talk about the cup.
Right. While we enjoy, being stupid on there, it's mostly just because we kind of miss there being a call-in show for other voices to be able to, come on and say stupid stuff too.
This is. I honestly, I really like First Bait. The call-ins of First Bait are always the best. Like, I feel like because me and Detroit, we can sit here, we can talk about
Hey,
nonsense.
how could you possibly know which was the response and which was the tits in question? Could it possibly be because that's you? Could it possibly be even the same link?
Hey, let it be known, Alguin has some pretty nice tits.
Oh, I gotta see. Oh, I swear to God, Discord, if you don't stop popping up, I want to see these tits.
You just posted them right in the chat.
Oh, okay. Well, that's something. How does she stand? Like,
That's a damn good question.
how does her spine just not snap every time she tries to stand up? Oh, of course, the E-manager would know the titties. Of course. There's the one thing I can count on the E-manager for, knowing porn. That's why I can never call him a merc. Post one half naked anime girl and say, "Oh, I know that picture. I know that anime girl. Her anime was trash." And it's like, yeah, definitely E. All right. Well, okay. So, I think that you did a very good job of answering the questions, and I hope we can get you to come back on first.
Yeah, I haven't been here just because, generally PTA was never really what my jam was. But if people have questions, I am more than happy to come on here and answer them.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't be a stranger though. You can come on and shitpost. I mean, Boris did.
Yeah.
I mean, Boris is better than me in every way, but that's still.
Well, I mean, that's the essence of being an American versus being a Leaf.
Yeah. Also, the difference between being 19 and being 30.
Hey, I'm not 19 anymore. That was a year ago.
Oh, I'm sorry. Being 20.
He hit the big 2-0. Everyone sing happy birthday to
I'm
Lear.
21. Soon I can drink south of the border.
Motherfucker, I am 5 years older than you. Do not say a damn thing anymore. God. Detroit, how does it feel that the leader of all managers is probably the youngest person?
How does it feel that
Can't
he's
even fucking drink?
How does it feel that
No,
he's also
I can
probably
drink, I
smarter?
can drink in a country that has good drinking laws, just not in the States.
Well, if I say 20 minutes away from Louisiana, you want to talk about good drinking laws? They have drive-through liquor stores there. That's good drinking laws. No, you literally can pull up to a liquor store, order a mixed drink, and as long as you have the paper on your straw and you get pulled over, the cops can arrest you.
Damn.
Yeah.
What a fucking country! But you have to be 21.
Oh yeah, still. I've never been carded, and I've been going there since I was 16.
Good old South.
God, I love Louisiana. Would never stay there, but I like visiting.
Oh yeah, I
Drive-through
found
liquor
another of the
stores
shitpost
should
pops
be
that I
like
do love.
mandatory.
Your American commentary is cancerous. Please stop saying scored on. It is not a fucking real term. AN just scored on is not correct. AN just conceded is. This is the main reason I want German bro back. He knows how to commentate.
All right,
Sliding takeaway is what you get for a fucking chippy in winter. It's a sliding tackle.
No, hold on. I have something about the slide and takeaway right here. Where is it? Oh fuck! God damn it! Where is that post?
while he's looking
You
for
know the
that,
post I'm talking about, right, Detroit?
no.
God damn it!
But while he's looking for that, I would just like to
whatever.
announce that we're going to move from being scored on to being skeeted on.
Skeet. Well, I really think we should move on, or we just will
Oh,
not
yeah.
have a.
Oh yeah, that's right.
debate.
There was also a cup today that
Yeah.
finished.
Sorry, Lear.
Yeah.
Sorry,
There was
Lear.
also a final day.
Yeah, we have gay ass champions.
Yeah.
They looked so good.
So fucking scary. Holy. As a summer manager, I am terrified of that fucking.
Yo, same.
Well, okay. Two things about the rules going forward that I'm going to say. Johnny has decided that he's going to look at Johnny, and I think feedback as well. Actually, I'm going to put him in there. Are going to look at the current height abuse rules because it seems like more and more teams
Going to high abuse.
are going to height abuse.
Yeah.
And Johnny wants to know, it's like, is height abuse too good right now? And so, a few managers yelled at me. Rorona did. Marino did. I called Marino a shit.
No,
but-
I saw them. Like, there's a lot.
Like, we're not, like, looking at this and being like, everything is fine. I'm okay with things that are happening. It's like, if something is too good, and it's the only thing, if it's a non-question, oh, of course you have height abuse. Of course you would. The height is too good. But
Yeah, that was actually something I was going to mention later on. It's just I'm one of the ones that was planning on moving the height abuse in the next cup, and it's just I feel like while the original intention was, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, it was probably to introduce more tactical options.
Variants.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
was
feel
to
like
give managers options. But if there is no option, then why is it there?
yeah, I feel like it's starting to get to that point where we had both the teams in this game we just played were height abuse, if I'm not mistaken, and
Yeah, both of the final teams were high abuse.
and the winner from Winter was also height abuse, and they looked very
Height
dominant
abuse,
as well.
Yeah. And especially the strategy that LGBT was employing, height abuse really helped them with it.
Right, like
Mhm.
And
if
if
it was
it's something that's completely dominant as a
Oh,
strategy,
I mean,
like if it's as good as it looked, but
I mean-
watching it play, like if it is consistently as powerful, then maybe height abuse is done just because we want to see more than one formation out there.
yeah.
right,
Like,
yeah, that,
tactics
You
isn't
have-
super important, but not having the same tactics on every single team is.
right.
I mean, there's Ian. Like you can there. I think it's kind of debatable if LGBT was as good just because of height abuse.
Yeah,
But
I know
Ian,
that.
I don't think Ian even gets to the second round of knockouts without height abuse. So that's my feelings on the thing.
Right.
LGBT though was scary good, and I feel like there's gonna be a lot. If you didn't do what just happened after the cup, all we will talk about would be how fucking
Everyone in
good
Merit was fucking
LGBT
counting down until we could announce this. Like, we've had our lips. We've been doing a lot more for after the cup than like during the actual cup. Before the cup, it was like, all right, you know, we got the pull, we got the autopilot, we got the cull.
Yeah, like,
what about the actual cup? The cup runs its fucking self.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't know if I should say this, but I will. I remember you saying this like in the break between the fetus and the actual cup. I remember being in a call with you and you saying a little bit about this. So I know how
Yeah,
long
I
it's
said-
been being thought about.
Yeah, the date where all of this started and we started making the actual spreadsheet was May 1st. So, yeah, 4 weeks.
Yeah.
It's been 4 weeks since we've put effort into doing this. And I'm just like scrolling through the thread, not reading it too closely right now, because I'm going to do that once I've done this.
Right.
Asking to see the spreadsheet. The spreadsheet is pretty boring. It doesn't really say much other than like links to various threads that boards have had. And
I mean,
the
I think
only
you
part that is
probably-
interesting is we have actually put teams into categories based on their market size. So we have decided which teams are small, medium, and big market.
Nice.
And
I think
oh
even
boy,
if, it is
if we
boring,
posted the spreadsheet, people would not care about the threads in there because people do not care about the threads that I put in the fucking write-up that I did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Everyone's ignoring those. What they would care about is like, why is this team this market? Why is that team that market?
I mean, people just want to shitpost.
All it's gonna lead to is more shit posting, and there's already enough of it from what was already posted. I don't think there's any harm that could come from posting the spreadsheet myself.
As I say this, Smugleaf has posted it.
Uh-oh.
Fuck!
Well, I mean, hey,
Don't post it.
Second time.
Smugleaf is fast to the
Time,
point.
and I've been like, we're probably not saying this because all it's going to do is like stir shit up. Smugleaf's just like, too late. And all that, but Smugleaf didn't even post like the actual links to threads. He just posted the size of board, size of fan base in relation to size.
Nice.
If he's going to do that though, he better show the fucking T part of it because that's amazing. That's the best part of the spreadsheet.
Well, I mean, it's gonna happen. It's like Smugleaf is like the guy who's like, all right, we can get through this with minimal damage. All we gotta do is not post the poke the beehives.
All right,
If
what you gotta
Smugleaf
do-
is already
Joe,
with the
press
stick,
this button.
I really hope that Smugleaf doesn't post $1,000 into my bank account.
yeah, keep dreaming.
Damn
keep
it.
dreaming.
Hey, it was worth a try.
I mean, he
Well, it's okay, Mr. Cop Out. It's boring. Like, it is boring. Honestly, it's only fun for me because I put the work into putting it together. Like you can see Smugleaf's thing. It's like the only reason that you would really care about that is if you want hot opinions from Merit about market size. That's the only really fun part of it. That and like it's a bunch of links to threads. But if you want a link to a specific team's threads, you can use the archive just like we did. Is what we found is threads don't hide if you know how to search for them. Search implying rigged, hitbox, 4cc, and 4chan Cup with the word 4 in it, as well as the manager's name and trip, and you'll generally find anything that you need.
I mean, that's what I do with JP, because every once in a while, I'll go to the JP archive, type in 4chan Cup, and see what pops up in.
As you know, now that Smugly's posted like the worst of it, he should probably actually just like post a non-editable link to it. You know, so
might as
someone
well.
tell Smugly that I'm disappointed in him. But
I don't think you are. You
I'm
do not sound
I'm not
disappointed at
I'm not
all.
disappointed in Smugly. No, he's doing what I want to do, even though I know that's probably not the brightest idea.
That Smugleaf does the bad ideas for you. You don't have to do it. Base
Yeah,
Smugleaf.
if Smugleaf makes the mistake, it's not my fault.
Yeah. Good
Oh,
shit.
Smugleaf did post the T part of it. Yes, I love it.
You're having too much fun with this, honestly.
I'm glad T is gone.
I can't believe you're all, as a group, collectively into small team abuse. Just laughing at all the small teams.
Well,
They-
it's like kicking a fucking baby.
when she sees
so
your
fun.
team.
Yeah.
Jeez.
actually, fuck it. Smugleaf, you just post a screenshot of everything in the spreadsheet, and then make a text post. Oh, that's true. Oh, that's an actual. That's right. There is an actual reason because it shows which summer teams are in red.
Ah, right. Yeah, you can't. Well, just make it different. Just take the information that's from spring, put it in a different spreadsheet, and then post that one.
Hey, Smugleafs, leak me my team. Wink, wink.
I mean, no, I understand not leaking.
That's right. That's right. We had an actual reason for this instead of just my general feeling about how much good it would do. Ah, fuck.
Yeah, because you do
Fuck
that,
me.
then immediately these guys are like, "Oh shit, let me go false flag a little bit."
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Are we going to have some WikiLeaks?
Yeah. One of the managers asking you to PM his to him.
Oh,
Don't know if you see that.
yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Is Smugleaf even on Discord?
I don't fucking know.
Fuck it. I'll go. Okay, people that are asking post W, I'm gonna go find the spreadsheet because I've lost it.
How?
Well, it's like it was posted in Merit on the first of the month,
Mm-hmm.
so I gotta go back and I gotta dig it up from inside Merit. I gotta go scroll back and I'm just gonna open it and I'm just gonna show what W is because I'm not hiding that.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that. Where is it? What the
I
fuck
mean,
is
yeah.
it?
Just
God damn it.
if you're
Alright.
confident that W should exist, we've been doing this for a fucking hour.
Yeah, I am confident that W should exist. I understand that it is a very small team, but
Now,
I don't think that a small team in and of itself is enough to warrant a team being deleted.
Now-
That's
this is going to be like a really obvious question, but I feel like it might be good just to clear it up real quick. Who all? Like, how many people were involved in making the decision? It wasn't just you. It was like Merit as a group, right?
it was Merit as a whole. The spreadsheet was mostly put together by Descending Bear, Smugleaf, and I. Like we did all of the legwork, and we figured out which teams were on the short list, and from there it was all just discussed within Merit.
Yeah, I figured it would be something like that, but I just figured it'd be good to have it actually said.
Yeah.
Where is it? Yeah. W had good responses pre-cup and before this, but the most recent thread that was held, it's the worst thread that we've ever held, and I understand that it looks really bad on the team, especially now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because I've seen a lot of people posting that thread. And well, what now, W Babs? And it's like, yeah, there's been other times where W gets bad responses because W tries to get responses. C doesn't have bad responses because C doesn't try to have responses. Yep, that's it.
You're like, okay, I can already see it's like, oh, W is on the same level as BizC, and it's like, yeah, this is exactly why we didn't want to post it, because it's this. We put teams into very, very, very broad categories, which is small, medium, big, and large. Like, also very small / questionable, which is we are investigating your ass closely now. And in fact, the teams that were very small, questionable, 6 of them are dead now. 6 of them are fucking dead.
Yeah.
Actually, no, 5 of them because T was technically laughs.
Laughs. God. Thanks.
Check Merit now. Someone just got reposted.
I
Someone
can't.
tell Merit. Someone tell Leon there before he scrolls back for 10 minutes. Oops. Thanks, Spar.
Nice.
Yeah. We put the teams into very thick categories.
Thick.
Show us you. All right, you was mostly me having a laugh. I enjoyed making the argument in Merit that because they would only generally get 3 responses in an established thread, that the argument could be made of them being small market, but that was just mostly me having a laugh.
I think you.
Because I just wanted. Because my various beef with a few U fans is at this point established. and because I didn't think there would be any reason for this sheet to be public,
Posted. Yeah.
that was not my intention. I was willing to meme a bit for a team that was safe.
Nah. You should die. I think they should.
No. I mean, here's the thing. They kicked ass on the poll when it came to interest.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, again, more than 8. Like, the teams that had the most in terms of fans was... Where is it? This is from secondary, because the first one, the biggest two for primary fans were MLP and A, followed by TG, VP, M, and SP.
Wow, SP's pretty far back. What a small market
Okay,
team.
I don't think that's the actual order. And again, SP isn't playing, so a lot of people who support SP aren't here.
Oh,
So everything on this just need to be taken with a grain of salt, because this is a babby where like we have about half as many people as would watch an elite final.
Are you gonna?
We're
post
running it now,
again during
But the biggest
final?
response is it's actually a 3-way tie for most secondary support. And they are between Hiss, O, and TG,
Oh, fucking course.
with V 3 votes behind them, and U 1 vote behind V.
Oh,
And then there's a gap, there's a power gap, and then there's a VR, and then there's another power gap, and there's a few more teams.
what about VG?
VG. VG is 83. So that's about this. It's in the next power gap after VR. Like there's a clumping of teams between like 70 and 80.
I didn't expect the actual answer. Nice.
Well, you're going to see the responses fairly soon. It's just Bear is parsing them.
No, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
looking
I
forward to seeing that.
expected VG to have a plenty decent amount of fans because the VGL, yeah, it doesn't pull that many viewers, but they once got like 400 viewers for a fucking fetus match. So, yeah.
How many votes did your team get? Lel got 53.
Wow, that's a
Not
lot.
bad for
That's a surprise. They got
Yeah.
more than Fit.
really.
What?
Which
Wow.
again though, a lot of this is probably because if you're a fan of a team that is currently in the elites, you know, there's less of a chance that you've shown up than if you were a team that's in the Babby.
No, I think it's just. I think we can put it this way: 2 stars, 2 fans.
Ooh. Ah,
What about my team though?
your team, JP. JP has, where are you, JP? 73.
Nice.
But I think that JP also had a decent number of primary stuff compared to other teams.
Fucking secondaries.
Fucking secondary.
But yeah, since I-
actually, JP is next after SP on terms of primary with 11.
Since everyone else already asked, I might as well do it too,
after
right?
you has 12, and then JP has 11.
Nice.
Everyone else already asked, so I may as well join in.
I mean,
D has 76.
Wow,
what? More than J? Oh, this is fucking rigged.
hot shit, baby!
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Although here's one that's, you know, what's the one that was the most surprising to me beyond like you being at the very top, beyond, even though they're just the fucking bandwagon kind of, is LGBT. LGBT got 29.
I can kind of see that because they have been. I mean, they're like.
I mean, they did just come back, but you know, the teams that I was expecting the teams on the final day to get a bit of a bump, just because you know they're actively getting interest right now.
Actually playing, yeah.
Right, but also I feel like LGBT is kind of this model right now for teams that are maybe dead or close to dead, coming back and really making a big showing and doing
I
things
do agree
right.
with that. And I think that the response, that the understanding of it shouldn't be like, oh, I guess that LGBT doesn't care. It's that, yeah, the poll is flawed. You know, we can't get a perfect representation of who cares. And it just shows that a team getting less of a response through this poll doesn't mean that the team is less worthy of competing. This is basically I don't know. It's something that we always have to take with a grain of salt, but what this does tell us is I think that we have a good idea of which autopilots we would want.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, like, a lot of the dead teams got below 10 votes. And I think that the lowest for a team that is alive is Soch.
Yeah, again, not surprising. They've kind of become
Not
this
surprising.
villain team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soch
And-
was the team that I mentioned earlier, since I guess that we're spilling all these secrets. Soch was a team that was on watch because we couldn't find any of their threads. But after contacting Social Spartan, he's like, "Yes, we made a thread. Here's a link. Here's an archive link to the thread. You know, we didn't find it because we didn't search the right keywords." And also we interacted with the board in this other way by going into a specific thread's Discord and polling them in there and their thread for a rep. And it's like, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, I did see a couple of changes they made, not this cup, but last cup, because they
Yes.
asked for some aesthetic help. So that doesn't really surprise me personally. But you know, it's good to see, you know, even someone that everyone thinks is kind of a jerk or, you know, thinks lowly of them
Yeah.
is still, you know,
He
doing
cares.
their best.
Social Spartan cares, and Social Spartan puts in the effort.
Right.
Yeah. And like
that's
we've been
what
saying
matters.
before, all that matters is the effort. Caring. All you gotta do is care. That's it.
Oh, lit. Oh, San Marino wants lit. Where are you, lit? A, B, C, D, E.
I'm gonna just I'm just gonna predict real quick. It's gonna be 10.
No, hold on. No, wait. Sorry. Did you just have to sing the alphabet song?
I was having fun and joking. Yes.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
honestly, I do
Sure.
the same thing. I do the same thing.
Well, no, it's
You're
because
fucking
only every
retarded.
other
Of course I expect that from you.
every other team, only every other team in the poll responses is labeled. So I can't just say it's like, oh, there's lit. I have to be like, all right, fucking hell, where's the L's? Yeah, they got 45.
Not bad.
Not bad, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, and I don't mean this as insulting as it's going to sound, a little bit more than I expected for a team like Lit.
I think a lot of
I
teams got more than
expected
expected,
more
and then
from
a few
Lit.
teams got less than expected.
Yeah.
But I think that what I would take away more than any individual result is that people care about a good number of teams,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and it's not the big market cup featuring everyone else who gives a fuck.
Can I ask, like, do you have access to how many people, like, what's a good way to put this? Like an average number of teams voted, like, per person? Because I know
What
I
could
know
do is
myself.
I could add up the number for each team and then divide that by 300. But that's a lot of work right now.
Right. Yeah, I know I
I'm just
myself.
looking
I voted for like 8
I
teams.
also
I
have
think.
the spreadsheet open of which teams of just like the raw data of like each individual response. And so scrolling through the number of teams for each one, I would say that it looks to be around an average of about 5 or 6.
About what I expected. Like I said, I think I voted for about 8 myself, but I like seeing that there's like people will come for their team, but it's not just their team. There's a little bit of a
like
wide
some
interest.
people voted for one team. Some people voted for. Okay, I think only one. I think that actually only like 2 or 3 people voted for every team
Nice.
because the lowest number of responses for that question for any one is 2. So I think that only 2 people voted for every single team, and that's making a very specific assumption that the only people who support HM are the people who voted for every team.
Hella. No chance for AHM ever again. Thank God.
The Bear Force
No,
1 is landed
everything-
permanently.
It's still Bear Force.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's literally it. Just
You-
steal Bear Force.
Use your
Yep,
championship
there was
list,
an HM
please.
thread that was trying to be made for the team before spring.
Oh, I remember that thread.
Failed.
It was gay as fuck. Because it was a stealth thread, but was too good at being a stealth thread. So it
Twin
became an
asks, are there
actual
people who
porn
voted for their team in the primary and the secondary? Yes, a lot.
Nice.
I'm seeing a few A people who did it. There's a few TG people who did it. There's a HIS person who did it. I think that's it.
So normally the board's with people who can't read, right?
Yeah, like most of the people are good about not voting the same for their primary and secondary. But
There's
Some of
just
them.
always some people who just like readings for faggots and just start filling stuff out.
Well, I mean, honestly, I was so proud of my board that I put myself as a primary, a secondary, and then I wrote myself in as a third dairy.
Third dairy. Is that
interesting
just
the
where
number-
your knowledge of
It's interesting.
work
Like 3 or 4
stops
people
right
though seem
there?
to have gone voted for. I don't favor any particular team, and also responded browsing more than one board. The 2 options. Oh, and this person who voted for
God,
that.
what could that
the
mean?
only not existing team that they want in is trash. So that's the kind of person that trash would bring in.
Oh, thank you so much, Trash. Thank you. Well, it's a good thing Trash will never have a team because they're not actual board.
Thank
Right.
goodness.
Just like VIP
Thank
or ACO.
God. Or, no, ACO's actual board. You can keep being a little salty bitch about it, but they exist. Thank you. I'm so fucking hungry. Oh God, I'm so fucking.
Yeah.
Oh, it's too late to get a burger off.
I was expecting to spend this time in 4CCG while eating dinner and using the salt to season my food.
You literally asked for this stuff. Do not
Yeah, I
try
did
to put this
literally.
on us.
This is literally my fault. Yes.
No,
Literally your fault.
he asked for a little place to announce this properly. He didn't ask for everyone to have fun with him. He didn't ask to have a good time. He didn't
I
ask
don't
for
think
us to enjoy his company.
What's going on right now? Is there fun? Is this fun for you?
Honestly, yeah.
It is real fun, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Honestly, Lear, what we could do is I'm pretty sure everyone in the call-in lobby probably gonna have questions for you directly.
Sure, I'll stay around.
Yeah, let's just. You're the third host for today. How about that?
All right.
Okay.
Okay. So
Alright.
just real
We're
quick
not
before we.
going to even talk about the matches. Let's jump right into.
Well, hold on. Before we jump into that, let's just say if you do have a call-in, if you have a question, join the Discord on the screen at the bottom of the screen
Yeah.
and join the call-in lobby. We'll pull you in the order that we see you join. Might not be 100%, but
Yeah. We are also retarded, so we might miss you.
right.
So just as long as you're in the lobby, we'll pull you in eventually.
Oh, but I will say that if you're in the thread right now, I'm just kind of scrolling through it. Don't believe everything that Smugleaf says because he said that trash is going to be made and he's wrong.
Don't believe Smugleaf's lies. All right, so let's bring our first call-in then. All right, caller, you're on the board.
Oh, we didn't ping him.
Oh shit!
He doesn't know.
Honestly, the way this went, I think everyone's just asleep.
I can see that. But normally
Wait, holy shit, how long have I been here talking for?
Yeah, it's been an
shit.
hour and a half.
Yeah, it's been an hour and a half. An hour, 28 minutes, and 5 seconds.
I didn't expect that. Hello.
Hello.
Well,
So what a day, huh?
Yeah. You had one of the worst matches of today. Are you proud
I
of
did.
yourself?
No, I'm not. I should have made changes at halftime. I waited
should've-
until
yeah.
extra time, and that was a mistake.
Yeah, it was. But this is your first run, so this is how you learn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think preset 1 was the answer, and I didn't realize that until the second half of extra time, and by then everyone's conditions were fucked. It was
God.
It's
There's a
too late.
duck. There's a duck being posted in the Discord, and I'm so fucking hungry.
Oh, it's cute.
God,
No,
I'll eat that duck.
don't
right
eat.
now.
Don't eat the duck. The duck is too cute to eat.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking eat that duck.
Look. Would you eat an ocelot?
Look, I will eat just about anything right now.
Lear, watch out.
Yeah, but go ahead, Mars. I'm sorry.
no, it's fine. I realized what would give me the best chance, but I realized it like 105 minutes or whatever too late. But I mean, ultimately, like, N were a good team with their height abuse and really hard to counter. I mean, my tests were up and down, very much so. And in most tests, they had more shots. It was tough. And as for the rest of the tournament, I mean, Legbutt were pretty fucking good.
yeah.
I mean, what else are you gonna say? I mean,
there are two other teams that have a quote unquote perfect run, and both of those have asterisks around that. SP's Summer 12 run 9 points to group,
Yeah.
won the tournament, but that's voided because Dragon Gate.
Mhm.
Bottom 12 WG had their only loss removed because of Dragon Gate.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
you also have to remember that leg butt here. They lost in the in the fetus, so it doesn't count as a perfect run because they didn't do the whole cup perfect. Her.
Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up.
Come on,
Shut-
you know
shut the
that.
hell up.
Come on.
Oh
Um,
my fucking god, all the people in the call-in lobby. What the fuck, dude?
They're
Holy
popular.
Fuck.
Lear's
Everyone
popular.
just heard what? Everyone just heard how stupid you were there, Detroit. No offense. They just joined the call lobby.
Oh god. This is gonna go until midnight. It's the fucking VP show all over.
Oh no.
Oh no. But yeah, LGBT were very fucking good. They had a perfect run and they didn't look. There was a scare against TRV, them having to come back against K, but they were not close. Like they did not
all the
have
survey
anyone
results are
close.
in 4CCG right now.
I am curious. I don't know the entire history of the cup. Has anyone ever run anything like what LGBT
Nope.
ran?
Well, there was like 3 teams that tried the Zona Mista. They were 2 of them made it
Okay.
in.
Only P was a quote-unquote true Zonomista, but
Yeah, the other were just off balance formations.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it. Like that's why I tried to correct you on
Like,
the other day.
the
You
closest
didn't
that I
listen.
can think of in terms of previous formations like this that had done well is the Trogdor from
Mac?
Mew.
Hey Mac, you know that thing you do when you just don't listen?
Yeah, I figured he was gonna say that.
But yeah, it was. I mean, I have to say, I was really disappointed by LGBT AN.
Oh, I knew
thought-
that was gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the medal they just couldn't get over, but the way AN was playing, I was hoping for
Yeah.
for a contest, and we really didn't get a contest.
Not having their silver really hurt them.
It
because
really
just
did.
meant
Yeah.
that LGBT
They kinda,
could pin them, then cross into them.
yeah, they kind of got really scared of the LGBT attack, and you can't just get scared of it. You gotta attack yourself. And like AN was a defensive team, and they just got ran over.
They didn't have
It
their medal.
sucks, but there's nothing you can really do about that.
But here's the thing too: is that they lost their silver DMF, but they also had no other DMF on the team, so they couldn't even just
Yeah,
replace
so-
them with a slightly worse
Oh, shit.
version.
Yeah. There was nothing they could have done, so they
Yeah.
ran a 4-5. It kind of got fucked. But, yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like AN versus Leg Butt at full strength would have been a lot of fun. It would have been a lot. I mean, it would have been a lot closer, obviously, but it would have been
Yeah.
great. But this is how the cup is. If you take penalties, you're gonna get if you chat shit, you're gonna get banged.
Chat
Shit,
banged.
get banged.
They tried very hard, though.
Yeah.
It was... It's fine, though. So, Mars, anything else you want to bring up about today? We got to go through a lot of people. are leaving,
Not really. Other than I'm looking forward to summer. I'm excited.
Yeah. Excitement.
Oh yeah, by the way,
Hopefully we get
welcome
the
to
rule
Summer Psy.
changes.
That's something that's been kind of glossed over is the fact that Psy and everyone has
Psy
made the
and
connection with
W are in
W. but-
summer. Psy, that makes what? Out of the 12 teams that were in Fetus, that makes I want to say about 7 of them in summer now.
Well, I'm just going to pull up the list of spring fetus teams.
Technology. What is
A-
that all about?
A, no. Co, yes. Hiss, yes. I, no. Legbutt, yes. Pull, no. Psy, yes. T, laughs. TG, yes. TRV, yes. WSG, no. Y, no. So A, I, pull, T, WSG, and Y did not out of 12. So 6 made it up.
Oh, that's
6
still
fetus.
now.
And
to
all the-
be fair, one of them
3 of them
fucking
did
died.
die.
Right.
3 of them died in the fetus. So
And-
of the 8 that made it up, 6 are in summer.
And I did notice
and
that.
he was also going to be in summer, but was just shot.
Yes. So the number still sits at 6, I would say.
Yeah.
I did notice that of the teams that didn't make it, the ones that didn't fell right back to the fetus.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
then one died.
Y and A both went back to the fetus.
And then Y was taken out back and was shot.
A literal
And
abortion.
A A might. Oh, there's one thing that was never brought up. Since we're bringing back autopilots, are we still keeping the fetus system, or are we going back to Mega Babby?
We're sticking with the current system for
Okay.
now.
All right.
Like
Mega
we
Babbies
still
are
6 teams, dude. We might not have 32 teams for a Babby.
for
right
Mega
this
Babby.
second.
Yeah.
If we were, and right now our goal with autopilots is to bring teams in that should be competing.
Mhm.
We're not doing this so that we can like stuff in teams
Yeah.
on a whim.
Yeah. No, I understand.
Maybe if autopilots are like a huge success, and then we just have like a bunch of teams, maybe we go a bit back. But we left Mega Babby for a reason,
Mhm.
and I've written about that before. I posted a big thing when the change was being made. Nobody actually read it, but that didn't stop them from complaining. But
Look, not reading is it's just a thing.
yes. There were reasons, and those reasons I don't think have really changed. So for now, it's autopilot teams will start in the fetus,
Mm-hmm.
and if we are below 32, then we'll just we'll pick our favorite autopilot teams and just bring them back by force.
Yeah, just pick favorites and run a top tier.
Yeah, O is the current team that is one step away from summer.
That kind of hurt.
Yeah, right on the edge.
Yeah,
Wouldn't Soch have made summer?
No, because
Possibly.
Soch was fetus.
Yeah, social
Yeah,
fetus.
I say, but if they weren't fetus, they would have made summer, right?
They weren't fetus, no, because they're one below O.
Oh, right, all right.
Yeah, I can't wait for bring back T hashtag.
Yeah, I can't wait for all 5 people to care enough to post that.
No, it's going to be bring back, and they're not even going to finish the word because they don't care that much.
Bring back, who even gives a fuck?
So, anything else, Mars?
Gosh, Frank was in the
Um,
call.
No, not really. Other than I will say, the people in the chat were saying sometimes listening to First Bait, it was like your sound was going off, or I had to refresh the stream or something. So there are a little bit of audio issues. tonight, but-
I'm not getting any dropped frames. I can restart the stream real quick.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what was going on with that, but other than that, not really.
Okay, I'm going to restart the stream real quick. Give it about 10, 15 seconds. And then we'll move on to our next caller.
All right, I'm.
Who's in next? I think it's the Z guy.
Yeah,
All right.
we're gonna try this one more time. I swear to God, dude, if it doesn't work, can you talk this time?
It works.
Oh, thank God.
Hello, welcome to First Bait for the first time ever.
Kind of first.
So what's
So
on
what
your
you gotta
mind?
talk about, man?
What?
What you want to
Are
talk
we
about?
live?
I hold on. Yeah, that's a good question. Are we live?
It looks live to me.
Okay.
I know. Oh, there we go. Yeah, just
Well,
right.
Detroit,
Hello.
personal question for you. Do you
Alright.
have any idea what logo I should be getting a tattoo of?
The D logo, obviously.
Yeah. The old D logo with the legs.
No, you get both of them.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we still use both of them in different capacities. So
You're right.
Okay.
all right. What's the worst logo to get a tattoo of?
Oh.
T.
Well, I would imagine something like. Wow.
That cut out.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
Me.
like it has to be something unexplainable, but also like really garish.
Oh, hold on. Let's
I'll get it
look.
on my right arm.
Oh, maybe.
Get the Babby logo. On your arm.
I think that it would probably be something like CK, or
No.
depending on your tastes, Y.
CK's
I
got a
think
pretty
get
sharp
JP
logo.
logo tattooed.
Like the CK logo just looks like bad clip art. Let's be honest.
No, I honestly think it looks sharp.
Ha! Fuck you.
No, I didn't even mean that as a pun. I legitimately like it.
I mean, it is well vectored, but it's like it's a soccer ball with a chef's hat on it and 2 knives in front of it. It looks like
Okay.
Oh, okay.
now,
No. I think you are
Better
right
than our
because
old ones?
CK doesn't have soccer.
It's better than our old ones because they literally had clip art before. Remember the Fit Arm clip art logo?
oh god. Or how
Remember how that
Chef
shit
Boyardee.
passed off for years and no one was like, yeah, this is bad.
That's another one I honestly didn't hate.
It's so shit.
I know, but it had a charm.
Yo, this is the greatest first mate I've been a part of.
This is the only first date you've been a part of.
It's all downhill from here.
Oh, no, I got it.
Alright, the C one is pretty far down there. MLP goes without saying, but people have already made much worse tattoos from that show.
I got the most obvious answer that we haven't used yet. GD. But it has to be really. Has to be your entire back.
Over your entire back with.
I will do it.
Honestly, now
lost
the
the
GD
bet.
logo looks nice enough to where, if you do get that tattooed on your back, it's like bad.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly though, the implying like the wiki logo, like the clover with the circle around it,
Yeah.
that's probably if you were actually looking for a serious response, that's about the closest to get. If you're not looking for a serious response, my answer might be the int logo actually.
Mm.
The ant logo. Whoa,
No.
that's good. That's
We all
good. I
we all
like
missed
that
the obvious answer. Pole.
one.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Don't get a swastika tattoo.
Yeah, don't do that. Hey, remember the old pole manager had a shirt with the pole logo on it and actually wore it? Good shit. Good shit.
Absolute man.
The absolute Portuguese madman. Wow, what is this fucking wiki page?
You just check Pole's wiki page. It's a bit of
Yeah.
a mess.
It's what the fuck, dude?
They've got a lot of pretty pictures on it.
Why not put all this stuff on one side?
Because
Why do they
it
have
was
to be
just-
special snowflakes?
I want you to think about how good Pole are as a team. Are those minds really capable of anything?
Yeah, that's true. Bring back Seesaw.
Yeah.
No, fuck that. Bring back Rowan.
No, bring back Cosmo.
Yeah. You see, if we bring back Rowan, we also have to bring back Harper.
And Fuji.
Man, come on, you're
Yes,
supposed to get
bring
that.
back Fuji.
Bring back Fuji.
Yeah, we could have him be the. We could change his name to War Photographs.
Oh man, you guys, you know the autopilot thing? We could possibly see FA in the cup again.
I saw
As an
something.
autopilot?
Is it
An
time?
autopilot.
Is it time, brothers?
Sure. That's true. It could very well be time.
It could be time. Oh, I'm actually kind of excited over this.
Bring back Twinkie.
No,
Yeah.
don't do
As,
that.
as someone who has a very high opinion of Pole, I agree with that. Bring back Twinkie.
All right, my man, are you got anything else?
Make Banta team.
No.
+1.
No.
I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah, no.
Just Fuse being and
But yeah, really, we gotta kind of move on.
Yeah. We do
Okay.
have a long tail here.
okay, see ya.
See ya.
Now I know this guy's next. Hello, you're on the air. I bet you he's
hello?
not paying attention.
Oh, there
Oh,
you go.
hello. Sorry, I was making the Autis ball.
Sorry.
Yeah, I knew it. Oh fuck, that reminds me. I gotta do the all.
Hello.
I saw that Legbot already won most of them.
No. That's just some fucking faggot who tried to edit the wiki page.
Who could that possibly be?
Nah, it wasn't me.
No,
Honestly,
I was expecting Smugleaf.
No, it wasn't even Smugleaf. It was
Look.
just some random guy.
Smugleaf is so good at leaking
Well, I'm glad
results.
that
He leaks them
person
before the
thinks
results
their
even
opinions
happen.
are, law.
Well, okay, maybe they will actually win it, but
They
okay,
probably
wouldn't be
will.
surprised. Come on. Team of the tournament, probably them because they had a perfect run. Most improved, obviously them because they went all the way straight from the fetus.
Yeah.
I mean, this is kind of a
surprise and
scenario.
underdog?
Should we do it?
Yeah.
Should they actually still do it, even though it's gonna be a fucking landslide? Okay, I mean, I guess I should do it because I did that, even though I knew. even though I knew that VP was gonna do it back in winter and it's gonna be a big fellatio show.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait for the team that won the tournament to win every single award.
Hmm.
But this time they deserve it because it was the most dominating performance we've ever
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah, that
Okay,
was-
the most
yeah.
dominating official performance because there was 2012 summer, I believe.
No, but even then, I wasn't around. From what I've heard of people back then,
Oh,
it's
of
like
course you
like
wasn't.
this. It wasn't like this. It wasn't. In the knockouts, they went 4-2, then 6-5, then 4-1, then 2-0.
And
The least number of goals they scored in a game was 2,
Jesus Christ, that was
And that was
and
Fine.
they
Damn.
won both of those games.
that was TV. The only team that managed to beat them was Hiss in the Fetus.
Yep.
But that was with different tactics, though. To be
That
fair.
was very good. LGBT and Psy were two teams who came out of Fetus and did a complete overhaul on their entire team. So yeah, I wouldn't
Funnily
put.
enough- Okay, funnily enough, there actually used to be an award called the Survival of the Fetus for teams that survived the longest out of the fetus. And again, that's going to be leg butt. But apart from that, there's also Hiss, who made it to the round of 16, and who else? Okay, Psy technically, but that's because of this fucking leaf.
T, who made it to the round of 16, right?
Let's see.
Actually, shouldn't T be a contender for least improved now?
Because they're fucking dead.
Yeah, they unimproved so much that they died.
Well, Out also did that.
Nice.
Yeah, but people like out.
Yeah. that's
Some
fair.
people. Okay,
Okay.
some people like every team that's died, that's been culled, to be
Yeah,
fair.
there's people bitching about every single team.
Yeah, like, cheeky hot opinion, I actually was very surprised by PNY going out.
I wasn't.
Okay,
I was a little surprised
P,
about
honestly,
why, but
maybe it's just the top lad circle jerking that's going on here. But I've heard a lot from the P manager about where he gets his interest from, and I have to say it actually is real. It's just not really showing the threads.
Yeah, and it's from
It
a
doesn't
P
count,
Discord,
man.
like an
Yeah.
actual Discord. But as I said in my post, Discords related to the
Yeah.
cup or to the board are supplementary to interest. They do not replace actual board interest.
Yeah, for sure. Even though you have like active discords like say TG, VP, or Co, even though those are very active, I've never been able to I would never be able to justify them as like it's like enough. Like I am in, I believe, 2 different VP discords, and they are and even though the other one is also a huge cup following, you would never be able to say that they represent an entire a huge enough portion of cup viewership from VP.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Like they're literally just the one for the for Shoulder.
Yeah.
But yeah, you would be surprised. Even PNY have these legit fans, and the ones I was told a story about how there were these 2 autists in the P Discord who were arguing for hours over the definition of a rangefinder. That is some great stuff. I mean, okay, the slower board is the more likely, and the more likely you are to just find the most distinguished and loud autists because they just completely distinguish themselves from a very quiet crowd.
Mm-hmm.
So, were any of you guys like commentating during the final day? Okay, there was Lear.
Yep.
And what did you think of all the matches? I actually just woke up in time for the match that I had penned down on to commentate, so I wasn't actually. So yeah.
I mean, I should say were pretty good. Like outside of TV the matches today were really good.
yeah.
I slept through the first 3 matches because I wanted a nap.
Typical Leaf.
Yeah, typical commissioner.
Hey, you don't get to nap all the way into the afternoon unless it's like your birthday or something. I get to do that.
Yeah,
And
to
Yeah,
be
you're not a
honest,
Mexican.
Sunday before my reading week.
I'll be honest. I took a nap during TVN, so I didn't wake up, and I woke up just in time for the first LGBT match.
Well, that's a great. that's always
TVN
a
was
great
really
match.
shit. This is what I'm trying to say.
It's
Yeah,
always a great match to be waking up for.
I think the only match I skipped was NWG, and I just took a fat break instead.
Yeah.
Wow, you didn't have to say that. You did not have to say that.
he doesn't hold in his ship just to watch the cup? Come on.
No, I don't think. No, he said FAP.
Oh, why
He
not
didn't
fap
have to
and
say
watch
that.
the cup?
No, don't encourage him.
Well, I mean,
God.
okay. Do you
I was
really want to?
commentating that game. Please don't do that.
Do you really want to be stroking yourself while you're watching Boss Nigger score?
Yes.
Whoa!
Who's the boss? Yeah, you're the
Oh,
boss.
God damn it. I mean, I guess when you're interracial, I guess you would want to.
He's the boss of me.
Oh,
Boss
fucking
nigger
Christ.
score.
Smugly leaked the last teams that are in the red.
Rip.
Jesus Christ, listen to this though. LGBT has just won a cup. It is time for diversity. It's the current year. Why wouldn't you want to be interracially diverse?
That's the point of the LGBT, you dumb fuck.
Exactly.
It's one of my fantasies for Boss Nigger and Descartes to enact themselves upon me.
I expect your nicely written doujin to come out in the later in the year. In a fit of drunken passion after the VG League. Oh no!
Hold on. I do have one question though, Mac. Since you were kind of bad about them, down on them today, would you still fuck TV? Because we had this discussion yesterday. I just want to follow up on it.
TV is like the hot girl who plays a sport. It's like, man, they're so hot. Then you watch them get their fucking ass kicked, and it's like, yo, I bet if I go and console them, they'll fuck me. That's the way I feel about TV right now.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Thank
And Lear?
Dennis.
Sorry, I'm just
Yeah,
going to
Lear.
message you because Smugleaf has made very much executive decisions in the past few hours.
Hours?
Well,
It's only. Oh shit! It's been almost 2.
Yeah, we're running the ass of two.
we took an hour just to listen to this fucking Leaf justify himself.
Yeah,
Well, he's done a good
watch me
job.
panic, backpedal, and do flips.
Backpedal. So we're gonna just like take a quick poll here of like, what do you think was the biggest upset, for example, apart from MLP?
Well, that I don't think that was an upset at all because I don't think that they had a good setup at all.
Me and Detroit both said, "Oh yeah, MLP sucks mad dick." You know, it was everyone else like, "Nah, dude, it's MLP. They're good."
But 2 stars, etc., etc. Yeah.
yeah, they suck mad
There's
dick.
also LGBTE. That's probably a good candidate for upset.
Yeah, I think that's a good candidate for biggest upset because no one expected that. There's not
Actually,
really-
I have no idea what's going to end up being the goal of the tournament. There's been a lot of decently crazy stuff.
Well, I saw
Cans, bicycle
two.
kit.
Yeah, I saw Can and Descartes both have being mentioned a lot for that. So
Just
I-
from
honestly-
today, you had that one rebound goal from AN. What is that? And
I
there was
still
that-
don't think that was above the Can goal.
And there was also that cross volley from LGBT back in TRV match. I think the last time I saw a goal like that, definitely back in 2014, it was VR versus JP.
Wait, what?
Okay, so like I believe it was in extra time when LGBT was trying to cross into the box and it went into the goal instead.
Oh yeah, I remember that because the VR striker and the JP defender both jumped for the ball. They knocked heads, bounced away from the ball, and the JP goalkeeper looked at the ball because the AI expected someone to get it, so he just watched the ball roll in. Yeah, that was woo.
Well, I think this is the first goal in that group, goal in that group that made it actually wake up from just TG scoring once and then just.
Nah. It started off with it was a big setup with both teams because it was before Nightly's. And then Autism immediately grabbed the ball and scored on kickoff.
Oh, yeah, right.
That happened
JP
at the
scored
end of the
first.
first half.
Right, JP scored first. I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Map to the tournament. Okay, next one.
Definitely
Definitely a lot of contenders here.
Match of the tournament, LGBT TRV. I called it was going to be some crazy shit yesterday, and it was.
Yeah, I honestly thought TGWG would be the match to watch, and then maybe TGTV, but that didn't end up happening. So yeah, TRV LGBT just because of TRV's
That shit
actual
was
awesome
nuts.
comeback. They didn't complete the
Yeah.
comeback, but they made a hell of a fucking effort.
4-1 down and almost did it. They took it to extra time. That's insane.
Yeah.
Now that I
TRV
think about it, yeah, that is insane. And just on top of the fact that LGBT have been getting the most goals, did they actually they broke the record, right?
I think they might have tied it. I don't think they scored enough in the final.
No, I remember somebody because
No. It was 22, I think, by the end of something.
yeah,
They had
and
6 goals going into the last 2 matches. They got 4 and they got 2. I don't think they broke it.
yeah, because I have a couple of the toy guys in contact with me because we tag teamed with them, and they are the previous record holders. I believe they said it was like 1 or 2 goals short.
Mhm.
Ah, shame. But yeah, most exciting team, probably a lock, unless you're going to have people complaining about how generic their strategy is. Just cross and goal, cross and score, cross and score.
Oh no, their box crashing just made a lot of teams just look plain retarded. Because when there's 5 LGBT players in the box and you try to pass to another player, you're gonna look stupid. Because there's no other team that crashes the box like that.
Right.
Outside maybe TRV.
But I did get that kind of comment back in IRC when the matches were still going about how the way they score goals is pretty repetitive, and I feel like it's worthy to bring this up because this was a bit of a point of contention for me back when we were doing the Winter Auties Ball. Like, Fit actually did score the most goals in support of their spot on the podium, but they weren't voted the most exciting team because people said that their style of play was boring. What exactly makes a team's style of play boring?
You don't like them.
Yeah, that's what it
That's
is.
true.
That's really all it is.
Do people actually like LGBT all that much because of all that? I mean, look at all that bullshit posting in 4CCG.
Yeah, I feel like right now
Always
they're.
gonna be shit posted.
I feel like right now they're riding a wave. Like I said before, they're kind of a model team at the moment for a team wanting to come back and a team being successful from nothing. But
For sure.
that'll probably dissipate over time. I don't think it'll ever get too low, but they're riding a bit of a wave right now, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Looks good. Let's see what else I was gonna do. Probably talk about VGL. There's been a draw. So what are you guys thinking about the lineup we have for, say, invitational stuff that's coming up after summer? After spring.
I have
don't
not been paying
fucking
attention
know.
to anything besides spring,
Yeah.
spring stuff, and a bit of VGL.
I would
Yeah,
understand that because you've been so busy with all this all this planning drama.
Yeah, we decided to kick off the off-season drama really quickly.
Really hard.
Well, it's always best to do it when people are still watching.
When people are still angry.
Yeah, just pull it all into one big vent of frustration and it'll be fine. Honestly, I am a bit hyped for some of these qualifier matches. Maybe we'll actually get some more press again.
I swear to God, I'm going to kill it in FR if he posts another fucking burger at me. I will kill you, motherfucker. I will murder you and eat you, bitch. God, Tekken, do you have anything else?
I guess I was going to comment on how many new and revived teams in VGL there are, but not really. I think we're just gonna let someone go on. This has been going on way too long, and there's like 3 more people.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for having me, actually.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, see you around.
All right, so who's next? We'll go with the guy in the middle. That sounds about right?
I don't fucking know.
Honestly, I think we should save the guy at the bottom for last since he will probably have the best call.
Who is he?
Uh,
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to First Bait.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I needed to mute the stream lest I get echo.
Turn down your radio caller.
Yeah, please.
Hello.
Hello.
Are
Hello?
you back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, there you go.
So, what's on your mind?
Well, first off, thank goodness for bank holiday weekend. It's literally 10 to 4 in the morning over here, and I am tired as all hell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a interesting cup.
Interesting cock.
No, interesting cup.
I'm still hearing
Okay,
interesting.
You're still saying cock.
No, I swear I'm not gay.
It's okay to be
Sounds
Oh,
gay.
you're saying cup. You're saying cup. That's what you're
Oh,
saying.
cup!
Wait, did you guys actually not get that?
No.
No, he kept cutting out at the end, and it's like my mind was auto-correcting cup to cock, apparently.
Wow, you two
I
are
blame
so-
Detroit.
I think-
He
I
said
think
it first, and I was like, oh, is he saying
Yeah,
cock?
says
Wel-
more
welcome-
about you.
Welcome to the
No,
4chan
it's a
cock.
lot more about Detroit than it does me.
Welcome to the 4chan cock.
I don't know what I expected from the manager of D.
God, why would you say cock to Detroit? Now you got me looking all gay. What the fuck, man?
Hey, I only led you to cock. I didn't make you drink.
I'm so sorry, Guy. Do you have anything to talk about?
I've completely forgotten what I was going to say.
Oh, fucking hell.
I'm so sorry.
You was talking about how the cup was interesting?
Yeah, I honestly did not see LGBT just blowing everyone out the water.
I mean, I did.
I mean, are you talking about like at the beginning of the cup or like at the beginning of today?
Yeah, at the beginning I wasn't seeing it, but then as the cup progressed, I was like, hang on, this team might actually do it.
I mean, yeah. They're fucking good. And they proved it. That was probably the most dominating non-Dragon Flag performance I've ever seen in a cup.
Until it gets revealed that Dragonflight was actually in control.
Nah, because he hates the kind of tactics that LGBT ran. And it was constantly shit talking them like all the time. And it's like, and then they kept doing good. And he's like, actually, I'm fine with this. So I don't think he's the manager of it.
And plus, he's much more of an end guy. So if he was trying to manage
Yeah.
against himself like that, either a split personality
Ian will
turned
want that.
either a split personality turned heel on him, or something else like that happened.
Now,
Yeah.
every time, if you look back at Dragon Gate, every time one of his side teams would play Ian or SP, that side team would throw it. So, yeah. There was no way he was.
The call spreadsheet has been posted in the chat.
Mm,
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
has it?
yep.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Wow. Lear lost all of his excitement. It's literally all gone from his voice.
If you didn't look at the spreadsheet, I will say preemptively, RIP, IP, HR.
HR dead forever.
I just picked a team at random and I picked a really bad team.
I remember what I was going to say. I remember what I was going to say.
Okay.
So, go to the Summer Cup. Yeah, Summer 2017P.
Mhm.
Look who's advanced from Spring. But more specifically, look who has and look who hasn't.
What are you trying to say here?
What did he mean by this?
Donking.
Do you see who's not there, who everyone was memeing about before?
Oh, they updated the summer page, yeah.
No. W's not there.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if this is intentional, but
I'm gonna go look at the edit history, and then I'm going to go see Smugly's name, and then I'm gonna fly to Scotland and punch him. Ding!
I don't think you punching him is gonna do much. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Here's the thing.
he might actually
If people are
want
that
that.
pissed off, I'll
It's-
just W will do what they do every cup. They'll run a poll. They'll make a match thread. Whatever happens from that will happen. I'm not afraid of showing W's interest.
it'll be revealed that there is no interest.
I was like, the actual problem with W's interest is that we get polls with like 15 responses, but people don't like to post in the actual poll threads. They just fill out the poll and then fuck off.
Yeah, we kind of get that around here sometimes. Like two polls ago, we had a lot of interest when we changed our logo and all that. And then the next one, we got like no responses in the thread whatsoever.
Yeah, that's what I see on F. I mean, F's not really sort of a thread type of board. Like, people will post up some flashes, and if it's a game, you know, maybe you'll get quite a heavy thread on it saying, "Oh, how do you do this?" But like for the 4chan Cup threads on F, like there doesn't tend to be many responses. But you know that there's a lot of fans from F.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh well. We'll figure this out. Everything will get sorted.
Yeah, we have a lot of time right now, so I mean,
There's 3 months between the next cup. All this is gonna get sorted out, right, Lear?
Oh, sure, whatever.
Oh yeah. Okay. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you for being positive.
All right, I'm trying to focus on
praise
like
our
10 things
commissioner.
at once right now, and I'm also tired and hungry.
Also,
Right,
tired
so-
and hungry.
we got two
Because-
guys left. If you want to leave, you know, no,
Yeah.
nothing
No,
against
I
you.
made a bad decision. I got to stick with it.
No,
Okay,
dude.
well,
We're letting you. We're giving you an out of this bad
All right,
decision.
fine. I'm just gonna go fuck off. I'm gonna go to bed.
thanks for
Okay.
I'm gonna, let,
being with us.
I'm gonna let all this drama
Leah.
wash over me and infect my dreams. And
This
then when I
shit
wake
is-
up, I'm going to ignore it.
This
Nightmare
isn't
will
gonna
never
get
end, Leah.
solved
Just
clearly.
know that.
This is. Oh, we fucked you so hard on this one. I'm sorry, Lear.
I know,
And-
I get it.
And Lear went to
But,
bed.
no, this isn't actually something
Don't hurt
anyone did.
it.
This is just me being like, I've talked for like 2 hours straight.
At least we
And-
gave you somewhere to give a vocal
Yeah,
explanation.
I was planning on
Right.
eating and then sleeping.
Well,
Ow.
just go tuck yourself in and die.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. That sounds awesome right now.
Night, little rigger.
Night, Lear.
All right.
Good night, Lear.
And thus Lear went off to Dreamland, where he saw the W response board. 20 responses.
W.
30 responses.
God.
40 responses. Oh my.
They were all across borders.
And then he woke
Sure.
up.
Sure.
Yes.
You know what we forgot to ask him?
What?
When are we gonna get put in merit?
Oh yeah, we do run the best talk show. So I mean, obviously
Right,
we should
yeah.
be in charge of making decisions.
We should be in charge of public relations.
We have shown
Literally everyone else is retarded.
our intelligence enough.
Yeah, we're smart.
SMRT.
I will vouch for you.
See, this guy, we already have one person vouching for us.
Yeah.
God, fuck, just name us that. Like, what are you doing
Right
here?
for Commissioner.
What you got left, my man?
I suppose before I myself go to bed because it's 4 o'clock in the morning. It's no longer O's year, baby. But it is his years, baby. Woo!
Well, isn't every year his years? I mean, it's
And
kind of how
every
history
year
works.
It's history.
History
Yeah.
always has to be made.
Yeah.
All right, night, lads.
See ya.
Have fun with this.
I thought it was going to be still in here. Go ahead. There you go. I thought he was going to be a shit poster. He wasn't. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. I know this guy was not last, so I'm going to put him in. Hello, filthy horse fucker. Go.
No,
fuck
no.
the
He's
horse,
TG, don't you
ugly.
know?
Oh boy. What a match day. That was a really good day.
Yeah, there was
All things
matches
considered.
today.
Yeah.
Just can we stop talking about Lear and the culling now, please?
No,
No.
Don't get me wrong, like that's a big topic
for you.
for you. But for everything that needs to be said about that, like until this shakes out, there's literally like arms in the air. There's nothing you can really do about it.
Mhm.
Though I think people are kind of taking it wrong right now, especially all over the thread, but you never expect the thread to be intelligent. Everybody's taking it as, oh, these teams are dead and gone. No, that's not what this is. This is getting rid of managers that aren't trying to actually get their board involved in the team.
Yeah.
Alright? So don't forget that when you go to shitpost later tonight, chat. Remember that.
I'm pretty sure everyone's shitposting right now.
Always.
Right now. Literally right now.
I'm shitposting right now. Speaking of shitposting about things, here's something I could shitpost about. 3 out of 4 teams for the top 4 nailed it. I will fucking take it.
And you'll
Not
take it hard.
100% accurate, but close enough.
Yeah, congratulations.
Woohoo. It's like I fucking read the script or something like that. Uh-huh.
Wait, hold on. A horse fucker having access to the script? That's impossible.
I know, it's crazy. It's like, no, that would never happen. Sure. Speaking of other things, there was talking about Poll earlier. I actually went over to their page because I was like, just bored. I wanted to look at the stupid layout of their everything again. The horse has been removed from their rivalry page.
Which team?
Just for Poll.
Oh, is it happening?
So, yeah, ML Poll is confirmed. It's gonna happen, guys. Get ready.
It's the only way these teams are going to get outside of no one being there to play in a feed.
It's the only thing
I have
that
to
they
say,
can hope for at this point in time.
I have to say, there goes my dream of MLDP.
Ooh. Wow.
Oof.
I
Woo.
don't do that. Do not do that.
Oh my. Yeah, is it getting a little hot in here? Oh, okay. Let's see here. Other important things to talk about Cup news wise.
LGBT fucking winning. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was a game, and big applaud to Legbutt. They crushed it. Like, there's really nothing else you can say about that. They absolutely dominated from game 1 all the way till now. Like, I'll admit, I didn't think a lot of them when they were in the fetus, but they came back with a vengeance after getting out of the fetus and just took over and showed everyone why they deserved the win that they did.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I think the only legit pezzing moment that they had in this cup was TRV versus LGBT in the quarterfinals.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there you go. PES 16 freaking score lines in PES 17. It's just
I-
PES 16 with worse strikers. That's all.
I mean, well, if you look at the final day of today, you start off with a really, really shit match, and then eventually you get some fucking goal fest that goes into extra time with VP JP, and then TRV versus LGBT. Both happen like not too far apart from each other.
I mean, if you look at LGBT's performance throughout the entirety of this cup, they have not scored less than 2 goals.
Yeah.
This entire cup.
Mhm.
Like, lowest score that they've gotten is 2, and they're kind of mid-ground through the end here. Round of 16, 4. They scored 4. Quarterfinals, 6. Semifinals, 4. Final match, 2. Like, that's crazy numbers that they are pulling out.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what they did or how they planned it or how the hell they said it, but that's a pretty impressive thing overall. So, you can't say they did not earn that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Taking that away, though, and just focusing on kind of the outside look of all the other matches today, just
Mhm.
a big up to all of the members of the round of 16 onwards.
Yeah.
They played their hearts out throughout the entire thing, except for Group A. We've already had that discussion. You know, we're looking forward to seeing.
Group A are fucking dead now.
Jesus.
God.
Yeah.
Did anybody make it out of
Yeah.
that group?
Poe.
Poe? Okay.
Yeah. Somehow, Paper still surviving.
Well, paper. I've always said paper.
Yeah, I mean,
had a team that with a manager that always cares and tries to connect with the board, even though it's real slow, and the board gets back to him. It's like with I isn't that big of a team board, but the managers at least once a year changes logos, colors on the whims of the board. So that's the way it's to be done.
And plus with Poe, they'll kill a motherfucker for that paper.
They'll
That's
kill a
true.
motherfucker
So-
for that paper.
Sometimes you got to consider that their fandom's paper thin.
He.
Ah, bad joke.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look into the folds, they're still, you can still find them.
Mhm.
That's true. You can't fold them more than 8 times, but
All right,
whatever.
okay. Let's stop the paper.
So somebody post the paper cut dick from H Poe.
Do not post the paper cut dick.
Do it. Do it.
But yeah, anything else? Keep going.
The only other major things that I'd have to say is I'm so damn pleased to see TG amongst those going all the way back to the elites.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have a hell of a summer. Really looking forward to seeing everything that's going to happen there. In the meantime, just keep on with the keeping on. I suppose go with the Great Britain here and don't panic. Keep calm and carry on. There's really nothing else to do at this point in time.
I will say TG went from looking really, really shaky in the fetus, like they were lucky to get out, to
They were
man, this
another
is a
team
legitimate
who did a
team.
complete- they were another team that did a complete tactics,
Hmm.
which is what you should do.
And they made a lot of
Yeah.
good changes, and they looked. They went, like I said, they went from looking like a shaky non-team to holy shit. This is like we slobbed all over their knob on defense for at least the last 2 shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of fighting to get that where it was. The biggest problem again is getting the defense to where it needs to be, and now keeping the defense while building in some offense.
Right.
So the 3-5-2 seems to be where that's going to be. That's where, especially in today's match against WG, is where you saw it a lot. We started with the 4-4-2, and it ended up kind of falling into itself near the end there, particularly around, the 2 goals that WG scored. They could not keep up. 3-5-2, we were able to keep up. We had some seriously amazing opportunities, but I guess or whichever Chaos God decided that we didn't get that opportunity anymore, decided to have a little bit of fun playing irony with us with Doom Rider.
Yeah.
Those Kapows.
This time, I mean, they have a lot of momentum going into summer, and you don't. It might sound a little patronizing considering they were bounced in that round of 8, but I feel like they do actually have a bit of momentum on their side.
Oh, I hate you so much, QD. Why the fuck would you post roast beef? and the good kind of roast beef, not the whole soul kind.
It's a roast bird.
Hungry.
I've
I'm
had
hungry too.
I've had this Subway sandwich sitting here waiting for me this entire time.
Oh, don't have many.
Go eat some sausages.
It's got plenty of mayonnaise on it, I'm imagining too.
Oh, I have sausages. Oh, yes, I have sausages.
You heard
Oh, I
it first,
forgot about
folks. He's
my
got
sausages.
sausage. He's got
Oh,
sausage. He's gonna be stuffing it in his
but-
mouth.
I'm going to eat so many sausages tonight.
Congratulations,
No
Leg Butt.
homo, but I'm putting all that meat in my fucking mouth.
I want to lie to you. It's all the fucking homo. All of it.
Oh, I am going to flake these sausages just to make sure I get all of them in my mouth.
He's gonna flake the
I'm drooling right now.
He's gonna
We
suck
need
on
to
those
air this
sausages.
up. Come on.
Okay. Anything else, Alec One?
Anything else? Anything else?
Oh boy. All right. So
What's your favorite sausage?
favorite sausage?
Polish.
Bratwurst.
Oh, fucker.
The only other thing that I have to say is TG is going to be having a poll. We're not going to be doing any.
Are you scared?
What? No. This was planned. This was.
Hold on.
planned
I just got a
before
report.
any of this.
TG is being called.
Oh, R.I.P.
No, before any of this culling bullshit, we were planning on having one. We're going to be having a poll some point next week. We need to determine a goal horn for the Emperor.
Ooh.
So if you're a TG fan, Emperor protects. We're looking for new goal horns and stuff like that. Come on over, help us decide.
Yeah, and that doesn't surprise me too much because I already have my poll made. Like pretty much just straight up, it's already made. It just needs to be posted. And I was planning on waiting until after VGL at least, but yeah, I mean,
I already said my plan, and like after saying it, it's like maybe this is a bit too much to spend on the cup, but it's like whatever.
but hey,
It's
it's a product. It's a product of excitement, you know.
yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why I sit here on a budget of $100. I shouldn't have. But
Think of how many.
I do have the money to where if it does come, it's like $100 is good. It's like I can spend $100 and not hurt myself.
Think of how many dolls you could have bought with that $100.
God, I could buy like a few small ones or a third of a really big one.
Which third?
Don't fucking ask me about dolls, fucker.
Which third of the doll would you buy?
Oh, no.
Of course.
Good
I
taste
can
though.
sit there and lick them.
Good taste, my man.
All right. There's nothing else for me to do here. I got my laugh in for tonight. Thank
All right.
you, guys.
Thanks for the calling.
And,
Yeah.
oh, one question for you guys. Do you know if anybody's going to be running a first bait or a first bait-esque during the VGL?
We're not planning on it.
it. We've been asked, but it's like I'm banned.
I mean,
Yeah,
we
that's true.
could, but I there's no plan for it right now. But we can talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it's a
We'll figure
thought
something.
anyway. So, thank you guys. Thanks to the chat. I hope you all had an excellent Cup day. We will see you in summer.
See it. Now, this last caller, before we bring him in, I just want to say, if this isn't who I think it is, I'm going to look like a complete fucking moron.
I bet you don't know who this is.
Yeah. But, okay, I'm going to go ahead and drop him in. And there's only one thing I want to say. Congratulations!
Nice.
Shit. You are the leg butt manager, or one of the leg butt managers, right?
He's not saying anything.
You can come out of the closet
Damn.
now.
There. Hello?
Hello,
Alright, now.
I'd like to place a delivery. No, I'm not actually. No, I'm just some. No, I'm Orlando. Fuck it.
Oh,
I have been comfy though.
I could have sworn you were.
I told you it wasn't.
God.
That's all it was.
Damn it!
I told you. Why would you think this was the LGBT match?
I don't. I know there's two of them. There's Kinsey and then the other one. I thought this was the other one.
Yeah, I
I
could
don't even know who the other one is.
Who's the other one?
I don't fucking know.
Well, you're the leg butt expert around here.
What?
You're the one stuffing your mouth full of meat all the time.
Motherfucker? No.
Okay. Hold on. Hold on. I figured out my mistake. This is tactical fail. The leg butt guy is assigned fail. So at least it was kind of close.
G fucking G, my guy. G fucking G.
Hey, either way, I had to fail.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
Mr. Tactical Fail.
yeah. So most of what I did crunch some. I did look over the numbers. Fucking smugly posted great call list that hasn't been talked about. HM is also. I've been statistical autism and HM, HR, FACM. They're all shitty unpopular. TG is the most popular.
Yeah. Good to see.
AUO, hits, V, VP, VR, F, and Pole. Pole is number 10 for most popular team.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing unexpected. So Rip T. I'm actually a rare T fan.
You are the one T fan?
I'm a rare T. Apparently there is what? Well, one primary, 12 secondary T fans.
No.
So you're the
It's
one
actually
primary.
it's 1 seater and 12 leechers.
Yeah, there you go. I'm actually a primary TG fan. One of the 21.
Nice. Well,
Interesting.
how do you feel about this? Because the team manager has apparently given up.
I mean, if I was in his position, I'd probably be fed up too. Honestly, this is handled a little poorly, but since it's the first time it's really been done, it's just sort of like, well, we tried.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that per se. Like the VG thread is shit posting a storm, but they never not do that.
And you got to give them props for at least trying, even if it didn't work out.
Yeah, I mean, T getting like the boards getting taken out of summer because they were cold. Some of the if the managers would still be active enough to manage, even if their boards aren't there for support, or even if it's just token representation, at least give them that, because the way I think informally everything sort of the season quote unquote sort of ends during summer and winter, and then everything starts anew in spring and fall. So let everything get wiped at the end of summer and then start again in fall and see what happens. I mean, I would agree with that sentiment. No fucking ants. God damn it. But yeah, I also want to sort of keep this short because I'm fucking hungry and there is a taco place open till 4 a.m. here.
Oh, nice sandwiches.
Yeah, sandwich is cool.
Mexican sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Most of what I always said otherwise. Rip Lear, I'm sure he's gonna have a fucking headache all over this. But at least it's not dragon faggotry, as far as we know.
Anything else before we cut you off?
Oh, not really. Just cut me off. Oh, fuck.
We're going to cut you, mate. I like how it faded out, too.
Yeah, that was really good. Basic scored.
Pretty, man. Thanks for the call. Is there anything else we need to say?
I just got a link to a trap thread on CM. It's pretty good.
Ooh,
No
share.
ammo, though.
Share, my friend.
No, I'm not. No, it's there. It's in the main Discord.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I was messaging
You gotta
someone.
throw it back for a little bit.
That's fine. I'll put in some work for some traps. Totally worth it.
Of course you would.
Did you still want to play your video?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, so is there anything else we need to say? Anything else we need to talk about? Any last words for the Spring Cup?
It's been 2.5 hours.
Well,
congratulations to LGBT. I know one of the LGBT managers. I always see the name in the Smash chat. So I know he's listening right now. My guy, pat yourself on the back. You had the absolute most dominant cup run I've ever seen. I've been watching the cup since winter 2011. I think that was the year in cup. So really, honestly, congratulations.
Yep, congratulations.
Congratulations.
And I'll add too. Congratulations, you did very well. I mean, like Max said, we haven't seen dominance like that in a long time. Even a team like Fit, where we thought that was dominant. They showed little flashes of discomfort or little weaknesses. We haven't really seen a whole lot of that out of this leg butt after the fetus, which that's two different things. So, but yeah, congratulations, you did very well. I mean, I've said this so many times, but you're a model for what a small board or a dead team coming back is and should be.
Mm-hmm.
And congratulations. I hope you do well in summer, unless you're in our group, in which I could place. I hope you get second.
Yeah, same. God, that's right. No, there's a chance that the two of us could be in a group together.
Oh shit! Hold on. We're going to get in this group together with leg butt, and we're going to get blown the fuck out.
Yeah, they're going to put leg butt's going to combine to put 20 on the both of us. 3 on JP, 17 on D.
I won't even be surprised or mad as long as we get 16 on them.
Yeah. God. Oh man. I'm honestly scared of LGBT.
I am too. I mean, we have a lot of time.
Hot one manager, and I'm scared.
The thing is, we do have a lot of time to kind of look at them, figure them out. I mean, I'm sure they're going to make changes between now and then too. But
hey, here's the cop out. There's literally no way JP ever gets cold. I have made sure of that. So you can fuck off, my guy.
Oh hey, one of the Legba guys is a secret D plant, so I'm sure he'll at least let us, get to our usual round of 16 exit.
One of the Legba guys is actually not a guy. Guy?
I just call everyone guy. It's a bad habit.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I do too. It's way easier. Like one of my testers is the actual female. It's like, oh, I just call her guy. Except for the times where I don't, but it's like other times, I call her guy.
Yeah, I think most people would realize it's just because we speak kind of at a certain pace. It's not something we think about.
Yeah, literally everyone on the internet is a guy.
Yeah, but
post pictures of your chest though. Like not even not even being creepy, but
yeah, I mean it's like a great philosopher once said, "I'm a dude, he's a dude, she's a dude, we're all dudes, eh?"
And we're all dudes. Why do we do this? Why do we make people do this?
Hey, they do it because it's
also,
fun.
It seems like both LGBT managers listen to us.
Oh, nice.
That's nice. That's nice. I'm glad they do. It's nice to have. Yeah.
Yeah, we know it's your duty to kind of remind people about gender. Just know that we're not doing it on purpose. We're not doing it in fuck
we're
you. Yeah, we're just stupid.
Thank God we always have that excuse to fall. Imagine not being able to go.
Imagine not being able to go.
Imagine not being stupid. God, it must be so unfun.
I know, right?
Well, there's people out there who try to be smart all the time. It's like, wow, you're retarded. But, yeah. Anything else, Detroit? Anything you want to say before we go?
Not that I can really think of. Congratulations to everyone who made it. Commiserations to those who didn't. Do better next time.
Congratulations to the top 8. You guys were very good. Very entertaining matches all cup, honestly. Mm-hmm. Except for TV, and you guys should really, really be upset about that shit fest you put on first match of the day. But everyone else, good job. Good job. Good job in going from 3 spoons to second place in the Babby.
Yeah, and even the people that we kind of memed on, because we memed on a lot of people, that's kind of the gimmick, Don't take it too personally. It's like insult, Trump the insult comic dog.
Yeah. I like to apologize actually to you. I've went a bit hard on them.
On who? You kind of cut out.
You.
Yeah.
Not you.
No, I understand. I avoided making the joke this time.
Alright, yeah. I kind of went hard on them, it's because it's like on JP, it's like I can't have a thread about characters in Toho without someone coming in. It's like, this is my favorite Toho ship. And it's like, I wish you would die. So it's like, I don't like Yuri Facts, but the team, the managers, the fans, I hate you, but you belong, right?
Right. It's like I said, it's the same way I feel about R9K. I hate them. Some of the guys they're okay, so I will say that. But
Yeah.
I hate the team. I hate the board, but I'm glad that you're around. Just because I know that there are people that do enjoy you.
I watched the JPU semifinals. God, like my hate for you was like, oh, it's so good. I love this. They went up 2-0. We made changes, came back. They didn't make changes until it was literally too late. Oh, so delicious. Oh, I need to stop talking so we can get out.
Yep. All right. So I'll play us out real quick with just like 2 or 3 minutes of this stupid shit that I just kind of came up with off the back of my ass. And I don't really know why,
Back
but
of your ass. Back
Yeah.
of your ass. Back of your ass. What are you talking about?
I don't know. It's just kind of something I came up with at the second. But I'm only gonna play this for like 2 or 3 minutes. I just thought it might be a good giggle to play us out.
Uh-huh. If it's not the LGBT video again, you can fuck off.
It's not. Don't worry. So, all right.
No. I mean, I want that. Where is the link to it? Do you
I don't
have
know.
it?
I don't know what. I don't even know what video. I don't know what video you're talking
Really?
about.
You played it at the start of it.
Oh, the Gohorn.
Yeah.
It's right on the page.
Is it?
Yes, it's Am I Gay's Gohorn.
Ah, huh.
So I just thought this would be like a fun quick giggle. Play it for like 2 minutes and cut the stream. Make sure nothing gets missed. So, all right, this is it for spring. So say your last goodbye.
Goodbye. See you guys in summer. It's fucking late.
Uh-huh. Sigh, come on. It feels a little windy in here, doesn't it? Keep breathing.